Welcome in to Bleck and Abdalla here on Westwood One Sports, the Westwood One Sports app, Sirius XM Channel 375, and all of our great radio affiliates around the country. I'm Chris Bleck along with Adam Abdalla here on a Friday, live from Chicago on the air until 3 Eastern. You can always call or text the show at 310-840-4910. Abdalla, as we get things started today, I got to ask this question. Is Caleb Williams on the path, the fast path to be the most disliked player in the NFL? Is that where we're heading with this? As we sit here, we're broadcasting from Chicago. We are hyped. We're ready for this football season. We're hoping for big things for our favorite team. And I get it. There's a lot of people that pay attention to what the Chicago Bears are doing. And Caleb Williams is a big name. He is a star that is rising. He is not there yet, but it seems like he's the next guy for the league to market, right? He's the cover face for Madden this upcoming season. There's loose chatter out there that he could be an MVP candidate. There's a lot of hype around the Chicago Bears and Caleb Williams, which in return, I think turns people off. Like there are people that will support and buy into the hype. And then there's going to be people that say he hasn't won anything. He hasn't done anything. The guy is he takes bad sacks or he throws interceptions and he does this, even though the stats point out that those are neither of those things are true anymore. But people will hold to that, or the fact that he cried after a game at USC when he was in college.
That's a fact.
The fingernails, right? He paints his fingernails. There's all kinds of reasons why people dislike Caleb Williams to begin with. Mm-hmm. Are we now starting to go down a path where he is going to become the most disliked player in the NFL?
Well, I think we're already on that path. I think we've already ventured on that. We've already started that journey. I think that he's on his way to becoming the most disliked player in the NFL that actually has a chance to play. Because you have to take Shedeur Sanders out of this equation, I think. Because I feel like people that dislike, Shedeur Sanders, it comes from he's very vocal on like social media and he does a lot of the stuff outside of football, but he hasn't really seen a lot of playing time, right? Like Caleb Williams has a chance to be all of those things that you just said. Like he has the ability. We talked about yesterday that his coach is named by other defensive play callers and coordinators, that he's the third best play caller in all of the NFL behind Shanahan and McVay, like the two best, right?
Yeah.
That everybody says you can flip them 1, 2, however you want to, right? It's a matter of preference. So when you're talking about that and you're talking about a guy that was drafted first overall, played right away, everybody knows it was a bad situation his first year with Matt Eberflus, but he still got experience. He had, 70 sacks or whatever it was, and then cut it down by more than half last season. We saw the theatrics. You can't tell me that you come back in a historical amount of games in under 2 minutes without having talent, right? And you have what Bears fans have never seen in that offense, and you don't have talent. Now, look, he didn't throw for 4,000 yards. The season did end on an interception, and whether you want to say that it was Caleb's fault or DJ Moore's fault, whoever's fault it was, the season ended on an interception, and they lost to the Rams and didn't go to the NFC Championship game because of it, right? That's how it happened. They ended up flipping the script on the Packers last season. A lot of things are going the Bears' way, and it's because of Caleb Williams, and it's because of Ben Johnson. But to your point, people don't like anointing a guy that comes off as cocky and confident who hasn't done anything yet. People want to anoint someone like Drake May, who doesn't say anything, who isn't very vocal, who doesn't, who isn't out at, like, look, we followed, you and I are in Chicago, like you said. We follow Caleb Williams more than most people do. We've seen, it's been the summer of Caleb Williams. He's been out everywhere. He's been having it, like, Ben Johnson told him to take the summer off of football and, like, go and, like, relax for a little bit and then come back and start your work and do all that stuff.
Yeah.
And he did. He was out and about all over the place. He was at fashion shows. He was doing all this kind of stuff, right? People don't like that. And people don't like saying that this guy can be an MVP, and that rubs certain people the wrong way. They want their MVPs to be a certain, like, hard-nosed football 24/7 Tom Brady. Like, they want them to be a certain way. And I think that when you start to anoint Caleb Williams as the next guy and say he's already there, and to say he hasn't won anything, they won their division. That's it. They didn't win. They won a playoff game. They didn't win a Super Bowl. They didn't win the NFC. They didn't win anything yet. And I think the first person that'll tell you that is Ben Johnson, the head coach of the Chicago Bears, that don't crown them anything because they haven't won anything yet except for their division last year.
Yeah, so the reason that this comes up today and why we're talking about it here on the show is that down in Jacksonville, Liam Coen yesterday was asked about how he's motivating his team for the upcoming season. And he takes a swipe at Caleb Williams in the answer. So this is Liam Coen in a different conference, not a divisional rival. He has his own young quarterback to worry about who has hype around him as well, Trevor Lawrence. And hell, Jacksonville, they were a good team last year. Flamed out in the playoffs. They lose to Buffalo, home playoff game. But, you won a lot of football games last year. And for like a 2-month stretch, they were like the sneaky best team in the AFC for a couple months last season. So Liam Coen, when asked about motivating his team, because there's a little hype around Jacksonville coming into this season. Can they repeat as divisional champions, right? He was asked about motivating his team. He takes a swipe at Caleb Williams.
You just scroll. I just go, pull up my phone, look at the NFL Network website, and just pop up here. And
Any column.
Curious if I see any photos or anything about the Jacksonville Jaguars. I think I'll just scroll right on through.
You keep going, yeah.
I think I'll see 40 pictures of Caleb Williams, and I won't see a single thing about any of our players.
So there you go. Liam Coen yesterday talking about motivating Jacksonville in that if he goes to NFL.com, he's not going to see any coverage about the Jacksonville Jaguars. He's going to see 40 pictures of Caleb Williams.
Scroll right on through.
You keep going, yeah.
I think I'll see 40 pictures of Caleb Williams, and I won't see a single thing about any of our players.
And that's why I started to think, like, when I hear Liam Coen saying that, right? I immediately thought, like, wow, like people really dislike Caleb Williams in the league. Because that's now the way it's just out there, right? The Bears will be featured on national TV a lot. Caleb Williams is all over the place. He's on the cover of Madden. He gets all the hype. He had a lot of hype in college. He won a Heisman Trophy. He's like the first NIL star of college football, because he got the bag while he was still in college. Mm-hmm. So he entered the NFL with a couple bags of cash. Like, the dude was rich before he got to the NFL.
Yeah.
He was walking onto the field for USC carrying the duffel bag Louis Vuitton stuff, right? Like you saw the photos when he was at SC. It wasn't like he was just a college kid trying to make his way as a football player, right? Like, He's a rich individual before he even gets to the league. And other teams notice this. So that's what Liam Coen said. Ben Johnson here in Chicago at training camp today was asked about the swipe that Liam Coen took at Caleb Williams and perhaps the hype around the Bears heading into the season. This is what Ben Johnson had to say when the reporters asked the question.
With Caleb, I don't know if you saw this, but Liam Coen of the Jaguars said it's very easy to motivate his players because nobody ever talks about them. All he ever hears about is Caleb Williams. I'm curious what you think about another coach throwing his name out there, and whether you're dealing with the opposite situation here of hammering to your guys not to believe the hype.
Well, we're the number one regression candidates, so I think we got plenty of motivation ourselves. We talked about Caleb in the past. He's used to handling a lot of attention, so I'm not worried about that.
So there you go, business from Ben Johnson. He's not going to take the bait. He's not going to do a little back and forth with Liam Coen. And he is right. Ben Johnson is the type of coach, if you're tuning in and you're not really too familiar with the Chicago Bears and the Chicago sports, Ben Johnson is someone who he hears things. He sees things, he hears things, and he uses it as motivation. And so Ben Johnson has used that. He's right. It does feel like the Chicago Bears, with all the hype here in the offseason, are the number one team for regression. You and I have pointed out here on the show. I think it's if we had to sit down and pick the number one team to regress from last year to this season, I would put my money on the Bears. I'm a Bears fan, but like when you look at it, the way that they won those games, they're like 6 or 7 games decided by a single score that they turned the outcome of the game in the final 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Which is very unlikely to repeat. So you got to win in a different fashion this upcoming season. Sure. They didn't really improve their defense. I'm just saying it would make a much tougher schedule this year, right, for the Chicago Bears. They're now playing a first-place schedule compared to the last-place schedule that they had last year. So I feel as if Ben Johnson knows they are a team. If you're sitting around, you're looking for that team to be the sneaky team to regress this upcoming season. The Chicago Bears are definitely going to be that pick.
Yeah, a couple things. This isn't Liam Coen's first time being a petty.
A petty what? A petty what? What were you going to say there?
I can't say that.
I think you were going to say something.
I can't say it on the.
Do you want to ask Raj if you can say it?
If we were just.
Can you ask Raj?
If this fine show was just carried on Sirius XM and not across the country on our great affiliates.
Got it.
Across this great country, I might be
one
able
of those
to.
words.
Yeah.
I got you.
But he has
a petty B.
He has been petty before.
Is that
he
a better
has
way
called
to
out
say
Robert
it?
Saleh when
You're
he
saying
was when he
petty
was a
B?
member of the defensive staff for the 49ers. He did say keep our name out of your mouth and all this kind of stuff. So I feel like Liam Coen spends too much time in the comments. And listen, Liam, coach, they talk about your players. They do. Just go to The Athletic, where we talked about yesterday the best play callers. You were one of them.
Yeah, he was.
In fact,
pretty high on the list.
They said one of your players was holding back your offense.
Well, that's true. Yeah.
They said
quarterback.
They said your quarterback, Trevor Lawrence, was holding back your offense.
With the flowing hair.
Yeah. They said maybe your quarterback was holding back your offense and that your offense operated better with Baker Mayfield. Just saying, not saying. So this isn't the first time that Liam Coen has done this and tried to not even veiled shots, just taking shots through the media.
Yeah.
And I don't even think this was intentional by him. I think he was just using
I think he was trying to be funny.
I think he was just using it as an example.
Yeah.
I think Liam, listen, Liam Coen.
I think he was trying to be funny. He was on a radio show. He was trying to be This wasn't a media session.
No,
this was
a radio show.
Liam Coen was on a radio show saying this.
Absolutely.
I think I'll just scroll right on through.
Keep going, yeah.
I think I'll see 40 pictures of Caleb Williams.
Yeah.
And I won't see a single thing about any of our players.
And I think
I'm going to NFL.com right now. I want to see if it's right. I want to see what we see.
We got to go to the mobile because he's on his phone. I think that also.
Here, I'll go to the mobile. Fine. I'll go to the mobile.
This is also the Duval guy, too. Remember when he first got hired? This is the Duval. He's kind of awkward, I think.
He's kind of awkward.
But all NFL coaches are kind of awkward. You have to be you have to have a different mentality to sit in an office and coach guys and be at a job for 22 hours of a 24-hour day.
All right, you want to see what I see on NFL.com right now? The mobile version, just for Abdalla.
Mobile, because he's on his phone. He's on his phone.
NFL Top 100, they reveal number 42 and 41. I assume one of them is TJ Watt because it's a picture of TJ Watt.
Okay.
There's a picture.
In the news today.
There's a picture of, is he?
Yeah.
There's a picture of 4 quarterbacks, quarterback competitions between the Browns and the Raiders.
Okay.
So
not Caleb Williams.
Positional battles.
Okay.
Let's see. There's a bunch of story links. That's kind of boring. I'm looking for pictures. Vita Vea, landing spots, possible destinations. Okay. All under 25 team. Who are the NFL's ascending youngsters in the NFL? Let's see. I have yet to see Caleb Williams on here. I've yet to see anything Jacksonville related, though. I'm scrolling through. If you want to buy a jersey from NFL Shop, you can buy a, let's see, that's a Henry jersey for the Ravens and a Mahomes jersey for the Chiefs. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So, okay, fair enough. He may have a point. Scrolling all the way to the bottom, a category plays of the year. Plays of the year. And it says videos, every team's best play from the 2025 regular season, but the picture in the video, it's a 14-minute video of every team's best play.
Yeah.
The picture of the video is a picture of Caleb Williams.
Okay, and all right. Listen, man.
So it's all right. It's all right. There's one picture of Caleb Williams on NFL.com today. Okay, all right. Liam Coen might be right. He might be right.
You're in the AFC South. Like, I'm sorry, but when in terms of the AFC division rankings, you're last. Like, you just are. I'm not thinking about the AFC South right now. It's just not a competition for me that I'm thinking of. I'm thinking about the AFC East. I'm thinking about the AFC North and the Ravens and the Bengals. I'm thinking about the AFC West between the Chargers and the Broncos and the Chiefs. I'm not thinking about the AFC South between the Jags and the Texans. Because people have been crapping on the Jags and what they didn't do this offseason to help out their team. Maybe focus on that, Liam Coen.
Well, and that's why the question is, and if you want to join the show, you can call or text us at 310-840-4910. Around the National Football League, will Caleb Williams become the most disliked player in the NFL? You can give us your opinion, 310-840-4910. I think with all the attention, especially as he doesn't win at the highest level, that will certainly come with all of this attention, is that people will take shots until he eventually wins. Now, who knows? He might or he might not do that. We were just discussing possible regression teams. It is certainly possible that the Bears regress this upcoming season. I don't think they will, but I do think all of the signs are kind of in front of us that it could take place in this upcoming season.
But Caleb and the Bears are not in control of that. He's on the first picture on that NFL top plays of the season.
But clearly others around the league are annoyed that that's the case.
What is he supposed to say? No, don't put me on the cover of Madden. Don't do that.
No, Trevor Lawrence would do it if he was offered it.
Of course he was. Everybody would. Drake May would have taken it.
Liam Coen would do it if he was offered it.
Yeah.
First play caller to be on the cover of Madden, sitting there with his headset. Duval County.
Pencil in his ear.
Pencil in the ear, yes. Because he's a visor guy, right? Or is he a hat guy?
I don't know.
Visor or hat guy. That's also something you have to consider. Visor hat. That's what you got to figure out with your play caller. Bleck Abdalla, sponsored by Progressive Commercial Insurance, protecting small businesses with affordable coverage options. Quote today at progressivecommercial.com. So you can join the show at 310-840-4910. In a 24-hour news cycle, it's rare that we see a story that stays on the front page for more than a day, right? And that's certainly happening with a big story in the NFL right now. We'll update you on that news coming up next.
The stories that matter from the brand you trust. Westwood One Sports.
At the tone, the broadcast will begin in 4 minutes, 30 seconds. At the tone, the broadcast will begin in 4 minutes. At the tone, the broadcast will begin in 3 minutes and 30 seconds. At the tone, the broadcast will begin in 3 minutes. At the tone, the broadcast will begin in 2 minutes, 30 seconds. At the tone, the broadcast will begin in 2 minutes. At the tone, the broadcast will begin in 1 minute, 30 seconds. At the tone, the broadcast will begin in 1 minute. Stations, this is your final time check. At the tone, the broadcast will begin in 30 seconds.
This is Bleck and Abdalla on Westwood One Sports. Here's Chris Bleck and Adam Abdalla.
It is rare to see a story lead in sports for more than 24 hours. There's always so much going on, especially with training camps starting up in the National Football League, right? Every team, there's a new story. There's head coaches taking swipes at great quarterbacks. There's a back and forth, the whole thing. We just talked about it, right? Liam Coen, Ben Johnson, the Chicago Bears, the Jags, who's overhyped, all this stuff. But it does seem like the story around Baker Mayfield and the Buccaneers is definitely on the forefront on NFL stories at this moment. When we could look back to what took place yesterday, in case you missed it, this is what Baker Mayfield had to say to the media yesterday as Bucs camp started. Baker Mayfield does not have a new deal. He told the Bucs heading into camp he wanted a new deal before camp started. He has shown up. He is there practicing. He's not holding in. He's not holding out. But he is letting it be known that he is not happy about the current situation with his contract in the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This is Baker Mayfield yesterday speaking to the media.
I wanted the deal done and set the deadline and told them it was going to be all ball after that, and I did mean that. And I don't know if they thought I was just going to take some of the offers that they gave, but I'm at the point of my career and understanding what I've brought to this franchise. One, I'm very, very thankful for the chance they gave me. Do not get me wrong on that. But I've also I really know what I've brought to this franchise, leadership-wise, and even play-wise. It's been some of the best years of my career, and I think it's only going to trend upwards, just being comfortable and feeling that. So disappointing in that regard to not have, to feel disrespected a little bit. And that's really the disappointing part, to feel undervalued after, thinking you've earned it. This is not a poor me thing. There's a lot of other people that have it way worse off, but I can sit here and look at other quarterbacks and peers and evaluate myself based on that and put myself in certain categories that I deserve to be compensated for that. And I think I'm a franchise quarterback. I've been told I'm a franchise quarterback. It's been said publicly from ownership down here. And so to not have a deal done is very disappointing. But I said the deadline was a deadline.
Disrespected and undervalued. He's been told he's a franchise quarterback, yet he does not have a long-term deal with the Bucs. The story is still in the news, as this is a big deal in the NFL because Baker Mayfield's a good enough quarterback that he should have a big contract with the team. And I think the Bucs are probably looking at this with the idea that they don't know what their future is going to be. Is Todd Bowles going to be there past this season? Are they going to have a full change in the regime on who's running the team after next season? Right? And if that's the case, why commit to a quarterback if you don't know the coaching staff and everyone else that's going to be around this team? Where I look at it as Baker Mayfield's 31. You sign him to a 6-year deal. You are still getting a quarterback in his prime for 6 seasons, for 5 seasons. Baker Mayfield's going to be able to play and be a starter in the NFL, barring bad injuries. He's going to be able to start and play for a long time. The Raiders have come out and said that Kirk Cousins is their starting quarterback. He's 38. Aaron Rodgers is in his 40s starting this season for the Steelers.
Yeah.
Baker Mayfield, this isn't like, you're looking at a guy who only has one more season left. So why would we give an extended contract to a player that's only going to play one more season? Baker Mayfield will likely be a quarterback in the NFL for another 10 years.
Yeah, I mean, if that's the case, Bo Nix might not make it past his rookie contract because he's already 26.
Yeah, right. That's where I think the Buccaneers are really they're really taking a dangerous line on this, because if they lose Mayfield and they don't have a plan for the future, you could quickly turn into the Jets or the Browns or teams that are constantly looking for that quarterback.
Did the Buccaneers forget 2 years ago? I know last year they didn't make the playoffs. Did the Buccaneers forget 2 years ago when Baker Mayfield was in MVP conversations, when he was tied for second in the league with Lamar Jackson in touchdowns, when he had 4,500 yards and only when he had 16 interceptions, when they did make the playoffs and obviously they didn't go as far as they wanted to in the playoffs, but they still made the playoffs in back-to-back years. He was brought in to be just a bridge guy after Brady, and now he's turned into what they're telling him is a franchise quarterback. It was just 2 years ago the dude put up 4,500 yards. What more do you want from him? And 41 touchdowns. So last year you didn't make the playoffs. You want him to, and you took, Mike Evans left this year. You're not really giving him the best, and you're not paying Vita Vea this year. You're not paying him this year. We don't know what's going on with Vea. Are they going to pay him? He advocated for Vea in his presser yesterday.
Yeah.
And how he says he deserves to get paid because he's one of the anchors of the team as well.
Yeah, doesn't it feel like Tampa is trying to change everything?
It feels like you mentioned, it's not make or break for Bowles, but it seems like they're trying to make it very hard for Bowles to win this season.
Right. It feels like they are trying to set the team up, not with the intention of tanking this season, but if it goes south, they can just clean everyone out. Yeah. And then, those high-priced vets are gone. Okay, the coaching staff's gone, and it's a refresh. That's what it feels like in Tampa. So yeah, it's still in the news and it's still a hot topic. So Baker Mayfield looking for that new contract. It's Bleck Abdalla here on Westwood One Sports and the Westwood One Sports app. You can always call the show at 310-840-4910. And that's where we go on to Ray in Chicago. You're on with Bleck Abdalla. What's up, Ray?
Hey, happy Friday, fellas. How you
Happy
guys doing?
Friday, Ray. What's up, man?
I love you guys. Abdalla, you love ball?
I love ball.
Love ball.
Love
Let's
talking
go.
ball.
Love it, love it. And Raj, have fun watching SummerSlam this weekend, my guy. I never forget about you.
Hell
sir.
yeah.
Oh, I appreciate you, Ray. I'm excited about it. I'd be more excited if I could get Bleck to watch it. That would really make
Let's
my
just
weekend.
do it.
What-
Just
what-
do it,
what
Black,
time?
One time.
What time?
Do it one time. 5 o'clock.
It's a 2-day thing. You can watch tomorrow or Sunday, Bleck. It's 2 days.
I'm actually getting my hair done at that
I think
time.
what's more likely,
I'm sorry.
Ray, you tell me, since Ray, you and I are unbiased opinions here. Keep Raj and Chris out of this. Is it more likely that Chris goes to any portion of Lollapalooza or watches SummerSlam?
Ooh, if this was 10 years ago, I don't want to deal with the crowds at Lala now. That's pretty bad, but it's really bad now. I saw what it looked like last year. So because of that, I don't think, I think Chris would watch some SummerSlam, to be quite honest.
SummerSlam.
I do.
SummerSlam.
I think
Rather
so.
than the gigantic 4-day festival here in Chicago that has taken
on the
over the
lakefront.
entire
Yeah.
city. Yeah.
Ray, I think Chris, it'll look really familiar because we just watched soccer players taking bumps and flopping all over the grass for the last month. So it's just kind of a continuation.
And
really.
that's the thing. You guys had Raj do a lot of soccer stuff. I think, Chris, watch some wrestling. Just watch
Thanks,
some
Ray.
wrestling. Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
All right.
Hey, listen, there's a lot of stuff from the week, so I'm gonna be really quick. Number one, Kyler Murray, shut up, be a pro. You're trying to renew your career. You're trying to redo your career here. At least if you're getting second team reps, you're not sitting on the bench, and a good quarterback makes those players even look better. So do your job, number one, right?
Do your job, okay.
Number two, Baker. Hey, if I'm one of these teams, I'm sorry. If I'm the Jets, if I'm Pittsburgh, Minnesota, or Indy, pick up the phone and trade for Baker. Just do it. Just do it. If you could still get him at like around $50 a year to re-sign him, just do it. Just do it. And the last thing, we talk about this all the time. I am sick of people just hating on Caleb Williams. It's never going to stop. It's always for the dumbest things. Look, at the end of the day, he's not some just cocky dude. He's got confidence, which is what you want in any quarterback or any professional athlete. And he's got goals. Oh, I'm sorry. He wants to do well for himself. My bad. He wants to be successful. He wants to win a couple Super Bowls. It's just insane. Every time we hear stupid things about Caleb, it comes from a really ignorant place. So I love all three of you guys, man. Have a great weekend. I'll hang up and listen. Thanks.
Thank you, Ray. Appreciate the phone call. Be like Ray. You can call the show at 310-840-4910. Yeah, it's crazy. I'm getting my hair done both nights of SummerSlam. I just don't know how that's going to work out.
Well, listen, you have to. It's really hard when you have to pop it off like a Lego, set it down for the guy.
Yeah,
they
sure.
gotta cut everything. They gotta they gotta shine up the head, and then they gotta pop it back on the next day.
Is this a pay-per-view deal?
It's,
do I got to pay
think
extra?
if you've got
or-
ESPN,
It's just
Plus
on
or
ESPN,
something, I think it's on
this?
ESPN Plus or something like that. If you have the Plus, I think
Okay.
you've got it. I'm sure. I don't know. I don't know.
I don't have the Plus. So
Well, then you don't have it.
Raj, do I have to have
That sounds
the
like
Plus?
a personal problem. I think you got to go get that checked out.
Yeah, I'm sure I do.
I think you might need to go get that.
Chris
it on-
Bleck
what-
has
what is it on?
access because it's
Oh,
on
I
the
do.
ESPN app, which as of today is available to all YouTube TV subscribers, which I know
Oh.
you are. So you
All
have
right.
Great.
access.
All right.
Then there you go.
That's fantastic. All right.
You're not going to watch tries to think of wrestler.
Bret the Hitman Hart. That was my guy.
Gunther?
There you go. There you
He
go.
asked inquisitively.
What? What are you saying?
Is that
is that the name of a wrestler now?
Is it?
What about
that is
Shawn
the name of a
Michaels?
wrestler.
What time does he fight?
That's my all-time favorite, man. That's the GOAT. He actually helps behind the scenes.
Oh, okay, all right. So maybe
Good for him. Good for the
some,
Heartbreak Kid.
he had the sweet chin music, right?
He did.
All right, all
Still
right.
does.
All right,
I am
okay,
expecting
all right.
the work rate to be through the roof because the bar has been set high by the soccer players of flopping and rolling around. So
Might
the
be
bar's
the
been
last
set
World
high.
Cup we ever see, guys.
Yeah, well, I
a
feel
shame.
like that's a story that people are having fun like tweeting about, but like we're so far away from like that actually happening. But like every nation isn't. Did I see that every nation is like saying that they're going to pull out of the next World Cup if that's what they do, or they're trying to sell
the head of the World
shares of
Cup.
it?
Yeah, the head of the World Cup.
I don't know.
Infantino has decided to sell shares of the World Cup to private investors. UEFA, who is the European League, CONCACAF, who is the Americas League.
See what Raj did? Now we're talking soccer.
Has said, we will boycott the World Cup if you sell shares of the World Cup to private equity funds. And Infantino, the bald guy that they show all the time.
He looks like a James Bond villain.
He does. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. He has basically said, kick rocks. I'm doing it anyway. We're still going to include you in the World Cup, whether you like it or not. But if you choose not to show up, tough.
You lose.
Yeah, forfeit the World Cup then. And so that's where we are now. Have fun.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'll wait and see on that one.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to happen. It's Bleck Abdalla here on Westwood One Sports and the Westwood One Sports app. So that's the latest from the soccer world. Since Raj got a little wrestling in there.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what.
I'll tell you what. Gunther.
I'll tell you what. With SummerSlam this weekend, you know why I won't be paying attention to the wrestling? It's because football is back. That's right. This Saturday and Sunday, NFL teams across the league will take the field for Back Together Weekend presented by YouTube TV. With 2 full days of practices, player interviews, and behind-the-scenes access, it's a can't-miss NFL reunion. Back Together Weekend presented by YouTube TV. This Saturday and Sunday, go to NFL.com/BackTogetherWeekend for more information. I love it. They have the broadcasts going on NFL.com, on ESPN, where you got all the different camps taking place all at the same time. They're going from one camp to another. They've got players sitting down for conversations. You're seeing live action taking place. I love training camp. I love talking football, and I love training camp. So Back Together Weekend, this weekend, Saturday and Sunday, YouTube TV, that's where you can see all the action.
It's awesome. I think Liam Coen should watch and maybe look for some Jags coverage.
Jags coverage, or maybe he can check out the team just north of us here in Illinois.
Yeah.
The Chicago Bears. You can see if Caleb Williams is on the coverage of Back Together Weekend as they get set to the back and forth between the two is just outrageous. It's hilarious. It's Bleck Abdalla here on Westwood One Sports and the Westwood One Sports app. There's a wide receiver that got a new deal, and not only is this new deal great for him, but also the team he plays for, I think might be a sneaky playoff team as we start to look at this upcoming season. We'll talk about that coming up next.
The Hall of Fame game is Thursday. Panthers, Cardinals. And the official start of the NFL preseason. Hear it on the Westwood One Sports app from your home of the NFL. Westwood One Sports.
At the tone, the broadcast will begin in 4 minutes, 30 seconds. At the tone, the broadcast will begin in 4 minutes. At the tone, the broadcast will begin in 3 minutes and 30 seconds. At the tone, the broadcast will begin in 3 minutes. At the tone, the broadcast will begin in 2 minutes, 30 seconds. At the tone, the broadcast will begin in 2 minutes. At the tone, the broadcast will begin in 1 minute, 30 seconds. At the tone, the broadcast will begin in 1 minute. Stations, this is your final time check. At the tone, the broadcast will begin in 30 seconds.
is Bleck and Abdalla on Westwood One Sports. Here's Chris Bleck and Adam Abdalla.
News in the NFL, Chris Olave signing a new 4-year extension with the New Orleans Saints worth up to $132 million with $90 million guaranteed. Last season with the Saints, Olave had 100 receptions, 1,100 yards, 9 touchdowns. You know, Abdalla, when I'm looking at the Saints, and what surprised me is because we've kind of talked about this as far as like easier schedules go for this upcoming season. Tyler Shuck looked okay at the end of last year. I think, you know, the Saints have their guy for the future at quarterback. And I've started to like draw to the conclusion that maybe the Saints are a sneaky playoff pick for this upcoming year. So earlier today, I went to DraftKings and I just wanted to see the odds to win divisions, right? Can you explain to me, outside of what I just laid out, with Tyler Shuck looking okay at the end of last season, with the fact that their schedule is a little bit easier, can you explain to me how on DraftKings right now, to win the NFC South, Tampa Bay is the favorite at plus 164. The team that's second in the NFC South right now, the Saints at plus 265. The Panthers are plus 310. The Falcons are at plus 425. Can you explain to me the Saints being second, that surprised me. There's a lot of different division odds that I think are things that we can note, and there's one other specifically I'll ask you about in a second.
Sure.
But the Saints one really jumps out. I was like, oh, okay.
Sure.
Maybe I'm not alone in this.
Sure. I will. Okay, so I absolutely will. So if you look at the end of last season, right? The last 5 games of the season against Tampa, Carolina, the Jets, the Titans, and the Falcons. They won 4 out of those last 5 games. They lost the final game against the Falcons. Tyler Shuck threw for 144 yards, 272 yards, 308 yards, 333 yards, and 260 yards. Pretty good.
Yeah,
right?
pretty good,
right?
Pretty good.
And Chris Olave, who just got new money, in those final 3 games, had 1 touchdown, 2 touchdowns, and 1 touchdown. Had 85 yards, 150 yards, and 120 yards. Pretty good. Those two have developed a connection. The offense is working. The offense is coming together. And so I would say this has a lot to do with this offense coming together. I also think that this has a lot to do with this division really being just kind of up for grabs. I think that a lot of people see what's going on in Atlanta and the fact that they don't have a healthy quarterback right now. Tua Tagovailoa came back and said he had an injury flare up, but he was throwing the other day. You've got Michael Penix Jr., who said that it's going to be 4 weeks before he can participate in team drills. You've got Bryce Young, who played well last season. They snuck into the playoffs.
Yeah.
The Bucks didn't make the playoffs, and who knows what's going to Baker can say he's going to be a team guy, and he can do all that. And Vita Vea right now is a hold in. But how is this going to affect the season? How is this going to affect everything? Baker's going to play like a team guy. I know that. But as soon as there's a difference between playing hurt and having years on your deal and playing hurt and there's nothing on the horizon.
Yeah.
I'm sure he'll keep playing, right? So this division last year, if you look at the way it shook out, all these teams could have made the playoffs, even the Saints. The Saints could have made the play. You could have made a case. 2 more games. All these teams were 8-9. The Saints were 6-11. 2 more games go their way, and it would have been a tie-off for these teams.
What would you call it?
A tie-off. There's nothing easy.
Yeah.
There's nothing. No, you get your mind out of the gutter. Stay up here with me on the 6th floor, okay?
All right.
So
a tie-off.
All these teams were 8-9, except for the Saints.
Yeah.
And they won 4 out of their last 5 games.
Yeah. So, I mean, I saw that they're second in the NFC South as far as best odds to win the division. That surprised me. The other team that I would point out that is a little surprising, but I think the way you could describe it is public love, would be the winner of the AFC West. Right now, the AFC West, the team that's the favorite to win the AFC West, it's the Kansas City Chiefs. They're at plus 160. The Chargers are at plus 190. The Broncos at plus 225. And the Raiders at plus 2,000. It's a little surprising Kansas City is the favorite. Although I think you could just say the public loves the Chiefs and Mahomes, and they just think that they're automatically going to win the division.
Yeah, you got to also factor in that a lot of that is, I would like to see how much of that is actually percentage of bets versus percentage of money, right? Like, I think that is a lot of percentage of bets. And yeah, probably some money when it was of value, and now it's probably that it's not of value. You're seeing that more people will come in and more sharp bettors, the guys who are in Vegas that put money on this in futures, will probably come back in on the Broncos or the Chargers to win their division.
Like every other division on DraftKings makes a lot of sense, right?
Yeah.
The Bills, the favorite in the East. The Ravens, the favorite in the North. Houston, the favorite in the South. In the NFC, the Eagles are the favorite in the East. The North, the Lions are the favorite. In the South, we mentioned with the Saints situation, Tampa Bay is the favorite. And then the West, it's the Rams. So all that makes sense. I just saw the Kansas City one stuck out to me because I'm like, man, there are 2 teams that are better than the Chiefs in that division. And then the Saints being second in the South, that was surprising to me as well. It's Bleck Abdalla here on Westwood One Sports and the Westwood One Sports app. Now it's time for the Around the Track NASCAR Fast Lap preview presented by NHTSA. When you speed, you have less time to react. Follow the speed limit. Keep other road users safe. Speeding catches up with you. Paid for by NHTSA.
The Cup Series race is taking a weekend off, Chris.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and another street race has also taken a year off here in downtown Chicago. The race went from 2023 to 2025, and NASCAR is talking about coming back maybe next year. NASCAR returned to Grant Park to a pop-up urban race course over 4th of July weekend. It rained every single year.
Yeah.
Every year they did the race
They
here
tried
in
to do it
Chicago.
here. Every year it
rained.
rains.
And
Yep.
so now they're trying to figure out a different weekend to do it. Maybe not 4th of July. Maybe find a week. I don't know how they can predict the weather every single year.
The first year, so 2023, I think the TV numbers were pretty good. I think people were interested in seeing a NASCAR race in downtown Chicago.
Look, and as someone who likes to watch the chaos of it, I loved
it's
watching
fun.
them crash every single time they took a
good.
turn because they were just turning into water every time. But yeah, we'll be back next week with another NASCAR Cup race.
Fantastic. So there you go. The week off with the Around the Track NASCAR Fast Lap preview presented by NHTSA. When you speed, you have less time to react. Follow the speed limit. Keep other road users safe. Speeding catches up with you. Paid for by NHTSA. If you go right now to our YouTube channel, Bleck and Abdalla Show. Bleck and Abdalla Show on YouTube. Make sure you like and subscribe. We also have the live stream running right now. You can see Abdalla in the flesh giving you a thumbs up. He was just doing it right here on the show on the live stream. So make sure you like and subscribe. Bleck and Abdalla Show. We're almost to 1,000 subscribers on the YouTube channel. Help us get to 1,000. We're almost there.
Do it.
Be the one to push us over the top to 1,000. We're almost there. So we have the live stream taking place throughout the show each and every day. Yesterday on the show, if you were able to watch the show, we tried the Flaming Hot Cheeto cookie from Crumble. We had the cookie here in studio. We cut it in half, and we each tried a half of the cookie. The cookie was disgusting. It was not good. I did not enjoy it.
It was fine.
It wasn't a good cookie. If you go to our YouTube channel, you can always watch the show live, Bleck and Abdalla Show. But also, the video clip of us trying the cookie, it's up there, posted on the YouTube channel.
Yeah, I thought it was. It didn't give me Flaming Hot Cheeto.
No, it didn't.
Like, I feel like the cream cheese frosting needed to have more Flaming Hot Cheeto in it.
Easy.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Instead of just dusted, because by the time you bite through all the cookie and the cream cheese and get to the Flaming Hot Cheeto dust, you don't taste it.
Yeah, no, you know what it tasted like? And I said this yesterday. It tasted like, you ever get to the bottom of your bag of chips and then you want the like crumbs at the bottom of the bag because you've got issues, and instead of going for a new bag, you just try and like you stick your hand all the way into the bottom corner and you get the crumb dusts at the bottom.
And then you tilt the bag upside down.
Yeah, and then but it like some of it kind of tastes like bag.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's what it tasted like that. On the cookie.
Yeah.
Like, it didn't taste like a fresh Cheeto on top of the cookie.
No.
It tasted like the bag.
No.
The cookie bag.
Easy.
The Cheeto bag. That's what it tasted like. Material.
No, it's definitely not a cookie I will be getting again, mostly because I don't like Flamin' Hot Cheetos, and this didn't really taste like a Flamin' Hot Cheeto, so it was fine. It just wasn't as advertised.
Yeah, it wasn't the worst thing that I've ever tasted, but it wasn't good. Mm-hmm. I would not get that again. So you can watch the video. It's up there on our YouTube channel. Make sure you like and subscribe. We're almost to 1,000, so jump on in, help us out. Bleck and Abdalla Show right there on YouTube, hanging out with you every single day until 3 Eastern, right here on Westwood One Sports. Dak Prescott has big goals for the Cowboys. That's right. Big goals for the Cowboys offense. We'll talk about that next, coming up on Westwood One Sports.
This is Westwood One Sports.
At the tone, the broadcast will begin in 4 minutes, 30 seconds. At the tone, the broadcast will begin in 4 minutes. At the tone, the broadcast will begin in 3 minutes and 30 seconds. At the tone, the broadcast will begin in 3 minutes. At the tone, the broadcast will begin in 2 minutes, 30 seconds. At the tone, the broadcast will begin in 2 minutes. At the tone, the broadcast will begin in 1 minute, 30 seconds. At the tone, the broadcast will begin in 1 minute. Stations, this is your final time check. At the tone, the broadcast will begin in 30 seconds.
This is Bleck and Abdalla on Westwood One Sports. Here's Chris Bleck and Adam Abdalla.
That's right, Bleck and Abdalla here on Westwood One Sports and the Westwood One Sports app. Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys at training camp. Dak talked yesterday, Abdalla, and here in sports, it's always fascinating when players, coaches, those who are actually performing in sports, they come up with their own acronyms. Have you seen this from Dak Prescott? Have you seen what he's come up with?
Oh, I thought you were talking about someone else. Okay.
No.
Okay.
For the Dallas Cowboys for this upcoming season, he's come up with his own for this season. It's Bleck and Abdalla here on Westwood One Sports, Sirius XM Channel 375, and all of our great radio affiliates around the country.
Shout out.
You can always call or text the show at 310-840-4910. We're on until 3 Eastern, live from Chicago each and every day. All right, here's the acronym from Dak Prescott that he told the media yesterday, because he has big goals for the Dallas offense and for the Dallas Cowboys, right? He showed up to camp yesterday in a T-shirt that's a Cowboys Super Bowl T-shirt from the last time the Cowboys went to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So 1995. Dak has a T-shirt from the Cowboys in the Super Bowl in 95.
Super Bowl 30?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Super Bowl 30. Correct. Well done. Look at you. Look at that. So he wore the shirt to training camp for the first day on Monday because he wants to set the tone that the Cowboys can get back to the Super Bowl. The other item that he brought up was an acronym GOTY, which stands for Greatest Offense There Is.
Okay. Greatest offense there is? Like current? There is?
There is.
Like
That's
there
it.
is?
Yeah. Greatest offense there is from Dak Prescott. That's what he's looking for with the Dallas Cowboys this upcoming season. Greatest offense there is.
Okay, now to his credit,
Greatest offense there is.
I do believe that they can be a top offense this year.
Oh, of course.
I do believe that. And there's nothing wrong with setting lofty goals for yourself.
Yes.
Gotti is it's better than some I've heard this season.
Well, it's no greatest show on turf. I'll give you that.
It's no greatest show on turf, and it's definitely no PTSD.
Well, all right.
Have you not seen that one?
No. What is that one?
Oh, my God.
Talk
amongst yourselves.
No, Matt Nagy. I know. I got you. Nagy gave the
physical, tough, smart, and detailed. PTSD.
What a joke.
Was there no one in the room that went, Coach? No.
Let's change this up. Let's change it up. Yeah, Nagy to the Giants. He gave that acronym.
PTSD.
Yeah, that's terrible.
That's your team, buddy.
Oh, it's not my team. I think they're going to be so not with Nagy.
They're going to have some I know a couple of the guys on that team that are going to have some PTSD.
Yeah. Well, all right. So you have PTSD from the Giants. You have greatest offense there is, Gotti with the Cowboys. What do the Eagles have? What do the Commanders have?
Something along
the lines of trying to avoid Brandon Ayuk.
Please stay healthy.
And whatever the Eagles would be
please
like
stay healthy.
The fact that AJ Brown is now gone, so the distraction's out of the building, I guess.
TG, thank God.
So yeah, there you go. Greatest offense there is.
I mean,
greatest offense there is.
I enjoy the confidence. I like that. I think that everybody expects the Cowboys to do what they usually do. Everybody's high on the Cowboys, and everybody's buying into the Cowboys again, and the Cowboys are going to be great. And maybe the Cowboys can win their division. And we were just looking at the odds, and you went through them on DraftKings, promo code BNDA26. Shout out.
Shout out, yes.
NFC East, Eagles plus 115 to win the division. Dallas Cowboys plus 235. I would take the Cowboys at plus 235 to win the division. Now, that being said, they'll win the division, right? And then they'll win some playoff games. And then they'll go to the NFC Championship game and lose. And that would be like standard Cowboys practice, right? That's what Cowboys fans would tell you. Well, another year for the Cowboys, because and Dak Prescott will fizzle out in the playoffs. But if you look at the last few years when he's been healthy, he's been playing at an MVP caliber level. The offense has been one of the best offenses in the NFL.
Yeah, they have.
When he's been healthy. And last year, one of their wide receivers was hurt for half the year. So now you've got Pickens and CeeDee Lamb, both healthy for right now. Like, you've got a decent running game. You've made your defense better. So ideally, you've got a better defense. Who knows? Maybe a Max Crosby in the mix if you can make a move. We'll see if Jerry can swing some things before the season starts. So right now, if they can do something and improve that defense even more before the season starts, you can match that. What was it, Gotti? Greatest offense
there is.
Greatest offense there is. With a decent defense, with a double D, a decent defense. Listen, everything's bigger in Texas, Chris, all right?
Yeah, I'm sure it is.
All right,
yeah,
with a double D.
That's what I've seen.
Dolly Parton, double D, all right?
Yes, with the large mail.
Everything's
yes.
bigger in
yes.
Texas,
Everything's
all right?
bigger in Texas, correct. That's why I've heard.
All right, so I think that if you pair that with a decent defense,
yeah. Well,
Gotti,
what do you pair a double D with? What do you pair that with?
With the greatest offense there is.
Okay, greatest offense there is. Got it.
Yeah, with the greatest offense there is.
I'm sorry, you're trying to give very serious football opinions here, I'm joking around.
I think that they
on a
can,
football Friday, here of all places. What am I doing?
Here of all places, right? And then I look at them to win the conference here, and I look at the Cowboys at 13-1. Behind the Bears, behind the 49ers, I don't know how the 49ers are up that high. Behind the Lions, Packers, Eagles, Seahawks, Rams, 13-1 to win the NFC. If everything goes right and they all stay healthy and then Dak plays like he has the 2 out of the 3 years where he played a complete season, the Cowboys can absolutely win the NFC. Their defense is by no means anywhere in the same stratosphere as the Rams and the Seahawks, but their offense could be as good as the Rams. Their offense could easily be as good as the Rams.
Yeah, I agree with you.
And the Seahawks offense isn't anything to...
No.
I'm not writing home about that.
No, you don't write home often.
I don't write. Why doesn't anybody write letters anymore? I'm not writing home about the Seahawks offense.
You know why people don't write letters? Because you have to go find postage to put on the letter. That's why people don't write letters, because I think most young people, and I'm lumping myself into this group, I will say it is a challenge to go find postage for your letters that you want to send.
Can you buy
Let's
them
be
at
honest.
the grocery
If
store
one
anymore?
of the three of us was going to write a old-fashioned snail mail letter, who would that one of the three of us be?
Oh, Raj.
Absolutely.
It'd be Raj.
It would
Well,
be
I
Chris Black
No,
while he
'cause
watches
Raj-
the local
I think
nightly
Raj
news.
is Raj is the only one of us that lives in a home.
Yeah, you have a drawer at your house.
I do.
A
Yeah,
junk
I do have a drawer.
in your house.
No, my point is going to be
where there are
this.
stamps.
My point is going to be this. He gets to put up a flag on his mailbox when he mails it. Like, I don't get to do that. You know how you get to go out the mailbox and if there's mail?
Yeah.
Like, wouldn't the mailman just assume that if there's a letter in there?
I
it'd
don't
be
have
like,
one of the, I have
You don't
like
have
the
a flag?
communal. No, I have like the communal thing
Yeah,
with the
and that's
numbers
what I
that
have.
you
I have
go.
one with
You go get it
everyone
from.
else.
Well, so do I.
I
I live in a condo unit.
Yeah.
So do you.
But that's how
Raj
like
has a
all like
house.
newer. That's how like all newer neighborhoods are though. They're
Well,
the
that's
same
the
way.
problem these days. What happened to the flag on top of the mailbox?
What happened to neighborhoods?
What happened to
know.
neighborhood? What happened
Roger,
to the
all right.
cul-de-sac?
My parents have the old school
what
one
happened
though.
to
Like when I go to my
Americana?
parents'
What'd you say,
house.
boss?
What
They
happened
got
to the
the little
cul-de-sac?
mailbox with the
Cul-de-sac,
flag.
got it.
They got it. But I could definitely see Chris Black writing him a snail mail letter, sitting there watching the evening nightly news, going outside to sit in the heat for a little bit. I could see it.
At a
Maybe
certain point, when
penning
Chris
a
gets
letter.
sick of me and retires, he will write complaint letters to people. Like, he will. He will at some point.
I never
When Chris
complain
retires to
about
South, when
anything.
Chris gets sick of me and retires to South Carolina, when he's done with his 18 holes by noon,
I've never complained about anything in my life.
He will sit down in his study and he will pull out, he will put pen to paper, and
My
he will
handwriting's
write.
terrible.
You know what, Publix?
Your subs are a
You
little
didn't have
smaller.
I went in today and the sub boy didn't have.
See,
my
I give Chris more credit. I can see him penning like positive letters, like to maybe an
see, there
evening
you go.
while
No.
he's watching the evening newscast. I could see him
love
writing into his favorite weather person that he really enjoys how they deliver the weather every evening.
I'll say this: you This is what we were going to do, Raj, at 310-840-4910. Why aren't kids playing outside anymore? That's the conversation, right? Right? We're talking about neighborhoods. Why, when I drive through a neighborhood, I don't see kids playing outside?
I saw a whole movie about it. It's called Toy Story 5.
I don't see. Is that the basis of the story, that kids aren't playing outside anymore?
It's because of devices.
Stupid devices.
Evil devices.
Bunch of losers, these devices are.
Speaking of which, subscribe to our YouTube page, youtube.com/@Bleck Abdalla Show on whatever device you're listening or watching on.
On all of them,
on
please.
all of them. Subscribe.
But
Please do.
you can take said device outside.
Yeah, you can put it in
do that.
Yeah. Just prop it up while you're having a catch.
You're having a catch in the backyard with your buddies at the end of the
Abdalla,
cul-de-sac.
When Chris writes his letters, does he use a ballpoint pen or does he use the one where he dips?
No,
it
that
into
thing's got
No.
a feather on it. That
I use
thing's got a quill.
I use a Bic
Yeah.
soft feel medium pen.
Yeah. He likes to click something between his fingers. Pardon the expression.
I don't know if you can hear it, but I'm clicking my pen right now. It's Bleck Abdalla here on Westwood One Sports.
Easy.
The Westwood One Sports app. What is wrong with you? I guess as we're talking Cowboys, we should also mention there's a change for a high-profile football booth today. Tony Romo has been placed on leave by CBS until further notice. J.J. Watt will replace Romo with Jim Nantz and Tracy Wolfson, the number one crew for CBS. So there you go. Tony Romo and CBS. Doesn't look good for Romo since Watt is being slotted right in next to Jim Nantz. And, we've also on this show. All right, let's get a couple things out of the way. First of all, the Tony Romo situation, the story on ESPN.com. Obviously, he was arrested for suspicion of driving under the influence. And then he performed poorly on field sobriety tests, taken into custody, booked, and released. The sheriff's office also announced that Romo had an open container of alcohol in the Jeep with him. So that's the situation Romo is in.
Mm-hmm.
How that plays out, I don't know.
I mean, once they name a replacement for you in the booth, like this isn't, Romo's not on a football team. You know what I mean? Like they're not saying you're suspended for a game and, the backup is playing. Or like this isn't the Falcons where
Right.
Tua's suspended and Michael Penix is going to play for a couple games and then Tua's going to come back and start. You know what I mean? Like you're put on leave and they elevated ideally the next guy who they would want to take your place in J.J. Watt, who's on the second crew on CBS. It doesn't seem like there's any coming back from this.
Right. And what I would say is we don't know how this is going to play out in the Wisconsin courts. His court appearance is scheduled for September 21st. With that said, the Bleck Abdalla show, even when we were locally in Chicago only, we have been on the forefront of making fun of Tony Romo as a broadcaster from the jump. He's been terrible in the booth. He's been awful. He's been awful in the booth. So whatever happens with his legal situation, I just want to get out there that we have always pointed out that he is not good on the air with Jim Nantz. Jim! Doing that whole thing.
Yeah.
And then all the weird, like, all the I don't know, Jim. And then like people were fooled because for 3 games in his first season as a broadcaster, people were like, wow, he knows plays. Whoa, he can tell formations. Meanwhile, not really telling you anything. He's just like guessing correctly.
Yeah.
So people are like all up about it. They all thought he was the greatest broadcaster ever. I thought he's always been bad. So with that said, this now opens the door for CBS because last NFL season, I finally felt like the support was behind us in pointing out that he's not good on the games. And I think the person that really crystallized it for many was seeing how good Tom Brady was as he progressed. Because Tom Brady continued to get better in the booth.
Well, yeah, and I think you want someone to, like if you're CBS, you're looking at Fox and you're seeing Tom Brady, right? And you need someone up against it. And J.J. Watt is
I don't know, though. Like, Romo has a higher Q rating
I understand
than
that.
J.J. Watt, but
I
Watt's a
understand
better broadcaster.
I understand that, but people know who J.J. Watt is. Like, people know who... Look, he's not Dallas Cowboy quarterback. Like, I understand that, but people know... People are starting to know who J.J. Watt is. He's J.J. Watt was in commercials when he was playing.
No. I mean, I'm not trying to say he's not famous. I'm just saying quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys,
of course,
is a much higher level of notoriety as far as former NFL players.
Look, I think that Tony Romo got that job 90% because he was a former Dallas Cowboy quarterback.
Well, I would say it's because that and because he's a good golfer and Jim Nantz is a golf guy.
Yeah.
And they're golf buddies.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's how you could connect the dots there.
Yeah.
On how that worked, because they've hung out and then he thought that would translate to the broadcasting booth. The point of laying out all of that, because I wanted to fully disclose the opinions that we had on Romo as a broadcaster from the start. I want to get that out there because I think this now opens the door for CBS to take an opportunity to pivot in a way. After last season, they were clearly seeing the response by people calling out that Romo's not a good broadcaster.
Yeah,
so this now gives them an opportunity. He's on leave, so we'll see how it plays out. But now the opportunity is there for them to make a change if they want to.
Yeah, and I think that if they were looking to get out from this because people were criticized, and maybe you could tell at points that maybe Jim was kind of getting annoyed with some of it.
He was certainly getting annoyed.
That maybe he was like, hey, let's not saying let's use this as a way out, but let's give JJ a shot. Let's see what it's like sitting next to JJ in the booth here for some of these preseason games and give that a shot.
It's Bleck Abdalla here on Westwood One Sports and the Westwood One Sports app. Raj will join us coming up next, and we will play Fill in the Blank here on a Friday. That's next right here on Westwood One Sports.
The Raiders are not going with Fernando Mendoza.
Kirk Cousins is the starting quarterback.
But how long will their first overall pick really be on the sideline? Westwood One Sports.
At the tone, the broadcast will begin in 4 minutes, 30 seconds. At the tone, the broadcast will begin in 4 minutes. At the tone, the broadcast will begin in 3 minutes and 30 seconds. At the tone, the broadcast will begin in 3 minutes. At the tone, the broadcast will begin in 2 minutes, 30 seconds. At the tone, the broadcast will begin in 2 minutes. At the tone, the broadcast will begin in 1 minute, 30 seconds. At the tone, the broadcast will begin in 1 minute. Stations, this is your final time check. At the tone, the broadcast will begin in 30 seconds.
This is Bleck and Abdalla on Westwood One Sports. Here's Chris Bleck and Adam Abdalla.
Hanging out with you on a Friday, live from Chicago. It's Bleck and Abdalla. Now it's time to go on out to parts unknown, Colorado. And we join Raj Sharon. That's right.
And the next question comes from the line of Raj Sharan with Westwood One. Please proceed.
Westwood One, please proceed. Hello, Raj, on a Friday. It's time for Fill in the Blank. What's up, man?
Hello, Bleck. Hello, Abdalla. We're going to get started in, of all places, the great city of Chicago, Illinois, where we heard earlier on Jaguars coach Liam Coen made a comment about how, 40 photos he insinuated of Caleb Williams at NFL.com. He's the Madden cover star. I told you guys this off air, but I'll mention it on. I went to Target last night, and who are they putting posters up right at the front of my Target here in parts unknown? Caleb Williams hyping up Madden. It was a bunch of different poses of Caleb Williams. He is about to be everywhere. I ask you this, Adam Abdalla. I'm sure you'll be completely unbiased, lifelong Chicago Bears fan. The attention Caleb Williams has already garnered is blank.
Can I say justified?
You may. It's your answer.
I mean, yeah, look, I think...
Raj.
Look,
I'm sorry.
Look, he was the most... He didn't accomplish the most in his second year. However, you can't deny that he was the most electrifying player in the NFL last season. He was. He was the most exciting player to watch in the NFL last season. Was he the best? Absolutely not. Did he win anything besides the division? No. But he was the most fun. And of course, this is completely unbiased as a Bears fan broadcasting out of the city of Chicago. He was the most fun and the most electrifying, and the Bears came back in a record number of games in under 2.5 minutes. So to me, this is it's completely justified to be on the cover of Madden, to have all the hype. And like, if you look at the numbers, I was just looking at numbers of him in the red zone. Like, most of his touchdowns didn't even come in the red zone. So, like, if they improve their red zone offense, like, they're going to be even better. If they improve certain aspects of the offense, the Bears have a chance to be even better this season. So, like, they've only started to tap into what Caleb Williams can be. So I'll say justified.
Raj, I'm going to go with deserved. That's going to be my word for fill in the blank. It's deserved. And the reason being is he has played well enough to give a little taste to fans around the league and to the media partners and to those who create the hype machine, right? Like, if Caleb Williams was out there throwing ducks, like if he was one of these quarterbacks that threw really ugly looking passes, but yet he's out there pointing at his wrist all the time saying, like, I'm the guy, right? But he can't throw, and his stats were at the bottom of the league. Mm-hmm. He's like, look at me, guy, right? Like, I'm going to be the starter type of thing. Look how great I am. Look at my watch. Look at how great I am type of player. Should've. If he was like that and there was this much hype around him, then you would be like, all right, this is all phony. It's garbage. But, like, Caleb Williams has given you enough to think that it's possible he can improve. Like Abdalla said, those highlight plays, those are some of the best plays of the entire season last season. Count in Mahomes and Allen and Lamar Jackson. Count all of those players into the mix. Caleb Williams was able to do things to give everyone a little bit of a taste to deserve this attention. He hasn't won anything yet, but he's done enough on the field where he can play. So I think it's deserved, all this attention that he's garnered.
All right, guys, a player has re-signed with the team that he once requested a trade from. Deebo Samuel is back in San Francisco, joining up with the 30 and over crew with the 49ers trying to survive the substation. Bleck, I ask you, Deebo Samuel will blank in his return to the 49ers.
I'm going to go with disappoint. I think he'll disappoint. Deebo Samuel didn't really do anything last year, did he? Not really. Right? With like Washington?
5 touchdowns, 700 yards, something like that.
They didn't use him the way, like when I think of him in the Niners, he was always like a joker that they would run the ball with him and, use him a whole bunch of different ways. I don't remember Washington having that same level of creativity that
Do you guys remember last year in the offseason with him? He showed up to camp and everyone was commenting on how he looked thicker. Like he wasn't the same type of player. I'm going to say he will disappoint in his return with the 49ers.
I'm not wishing this upon him by no means. By no means am I doing this, but the odds would say he's going to get hurt. He's on the 49ers now.
Yeah, what are you doing to him?
Yeah. He's on the 49ers now. That's what happened. Why else are they bringing him in? Are they bringing him in because it's only a matter of time here because we're going to get news on Ricky Pearsall that his season's going to be over because he's re-aggravated something with his knee, and that the reports are that if he does have to have surgery, it's going to be season ending. Like, that's what everybody's waiting for, right? And that's why he signed. And you signed Mike Evans, who's 75 years old? I don't understand why people are still high on the 49ers. I think some readjustments to some playoff predictions that we did 45 days out from the start of the season.
You leave my predictions alone.
I'm just saying.
You adjust yourself there. You don't try and adjust me.
I don't need to do any adjusting because I kept the 49ers out of the playoffs.
Keep your hands to yourself.
I don't need to do it. I saw the forest through the trees.
I will say, Deebo's a brave guy. We couldn't get Abdalla to go to the substation once. Deebo's going back to the substation.
Deebo lives in the substation.
I mean, it's such a miss for this show, a new show on Westwood One Sports, to send Abdalla to be the guy, the face of the league that goes and investigates the substation for the 49ers practice facility. And then
you got legs. You go.
No, Raj and I had stuff to do.
No, you didn't.
Yes, we did.
You did not.
We were moving and shaking.
We did all the exact same stuff.
We were moving and shaking.
You had nothing to do. You sat in your room and you watched Shedeur Sanders on the NFL Network.
You
watched Shedeur Sanders on ESPN. You did nothing while we were in San Francisco.
No, Raj and I were moving and shaking. We had business meetings, business to conduct.
You did nothing.
We were there.
You did nothing. I was there with you the whole time. You did nothing.
All right. Well, speaking of business, there are 3 quarterback battles. So for our first time ever on Fill in the Blank Friday here on Bleck Abdalla, rapid fire, I'm going to give you 3 choices, and you have to give 3 one-word answers. Here we go. Use one word to describe these quarterback battles. Abdalla, you're up first. Falcons.
Sad.
Vikings.
Over.
Browns.
Hilarious.
Oh, that was good.
Well
good
done.
Job.
That was good.
That was way better than I could expect.
All right, Bleck. Falcons.
Faceplant.
Vikings.
One word. One word. Kyler.
Browns.
Lame.
And there we go for our big quarterback battles across the NFL.
You only said one word because the one for Browns, I was going to say football to the groin.
Well, I understand like facepalm, right? Like that,
Yeah.
not one word.
Emoji.
It could
But
be.
yeah, I thought of the emoji.
Yeah,
That's why as soon as you
That's
said it, I
the
thought
thing.
of the emoji.
Yeah.
I typed that in to get that emoji. I type in facepalm, and then it pops up, and you just, you tap it, and you go. Prime was at Browns practice.
He was.
Yesterday. Prime was checking it out. He was taking in all the
Good
sights.
for him. Declined to meet the media.
He did. He was just there as a dad or a dad/coach. All right, let's go to the NBA because I saw this topic at ESPN.com, and it was interesting to me because we are in the parity era right now. 8 champions in 8 years. Knicks, Thunder, Celtics, Nuggets, Warriors, Bucks, Lakers, Raptors. Those are our last 8 champions. If that trend were to continue and we were to go 9 for 9, who's the most likely team to do that? Bleck, the most likely team to keep the trend going in 2027 is blank.
Easy. Spurs.
What do you say, Abdalla? There's one other team that's a very popular pick. Most people, I think, would say Spurs, but there's another team right now that just made a big pickup.
Spurs.
Yeah, it's got to be Philly, right?
Spurs. If you have to go with the theme, Spurs are the team.
Yeah, because if I'm looking at this list, though,
you know what's interesting? Of the last 8, did any of them go and lose right before that? The Knicks hadn't been before. The Thunder hadn't been. Did the Celtics go before they won with the Tatum crew? Were they in the finals before they won? I think they were. Didn't they lose to the Warriors? Isn't that who the Warriors played in the finals?
Might have.
Okay,
Yes.
so they may be
you're
the
right.
one
When Steph
exception
got
to
that
it.
last one, yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, mostly it has not been like the Spurs where they made it all the way there, lost, and then got back. And that's why a lot of people are saying the Sixers. Easier path out of the East now.
Yeah, the
you just
Celtics,
gotta
it took
win.
them 2 seasons to get back to the finals.
get back.
So in 2022, they lost to the Warriors, and then in 24, they won it.
So we don't have a model of what the Spurs would be hoping to do. And
Correct.
here's Philly with, in theory, an easier path coming out of the East with LeBron. Abdalla, you're still Spurs?
no. I said Philly.
You're Philly.
You're going Philly?
Black is
Okay.
Spurs.
I'm going Philly because, I know the Thunder aren't a long-suffering fan base, but Seattle, having not won before that, I know they won, but it was a long time ago. And so then the Knicks and their long-suffering, the next would be Philly. That would make them, the Spurs aren't a long-suffering fan base. Sorry, but you're not. You had a decent run.
Not
if
a
I can
dynasty,
remember
though,
correctly.
Abdalla. Not a dynasty. Remember that.
Not a dynasty, but they had a nice. They've got a few rings in their drawer.
For those
if I can
unaware,
remember
Chris Black
correctly.
has very strict dynasty requirements that the San
Yeah.
Antonio Spurs
Man,
do not
I
meet.
respect greatness.
Okay.
I think you got to live up to it. That's
Yeah.
the key.
Okay.
All right, guys. And finally, I texted you guys this morning that I wore a Chris Black inspired outfit. If you're
Now
looking
I
on
can
YouTube,
see it.
you can
Oh.
see it. I am wearing a Spider-Man shirt today. It's actually the Spider-Man meme when he
We're gonna
points
go full,
at each other.
We're gonna go full screen.
Yeah, we'll go
Raj
full
here.
screen.
Full
So I've
screen
got-
Raj. All right.
So I've
Love
got the
this. Go to our
Spider-Man
YouTube
meme.
page.
All right, Spider-Man meme because the new Spider-Man movie comes out today. However, this is not the only part of the Chris Black ensemble that I've gone with today. I also wore a shirt under it. I'm going to back up so you can see it, Black. It says "Wrestling is real," is what the shirt says on it. And I wore it for multiple reasons today. Number one, it is from the Travis Scott collection, who my understanding is he's in a movie that you saw recently. So that's my Chris Black tie-in there. But furthermore, I loved the fact that it said wrestling is real, because I know as much as you love wrestlers being on ESPN, your favorite part is when it is treated as a actual sporting event and analysis and breakdown of who is going to win the matches. So this shirt was specifically inspired by you, in part because I figured with all of the hype for SummerSlam this weekend, certainly there has to have been, if we accumulate on TV, more actual analysis of who will win the matches than there was of the World Cup. So this is an entirely tied in Chris Bleck inspired outfit, which leads us to our final fill in the blank question today. It's not as much about the wrestling shirt, it's more about the Spider-Man shirt. Tom Holland, he was in the Odyssey, he is about to be in Spider-Man, and he is a guy that I know Chris Bleck has some thoughts on. Tom Holland has become Hollywood's blank.
You want me to go first?
Yeah, go ahead. You
Little-
said Chris.
Little guy.
Oh, come on.
Hollywood's a little guy.
No, that's already, what's his face?
No, he's Hollywood's little guy.
That's already
Isn't
the
Kevin Hart?
Shyamalan man.
little guy.
That's already the Shyamalan.
That's my fill in the blank. He's Hollywood's little guy.
I think, and it's fitting because he's already playing the character, I think he's Hollywood's Tobey Maguire. Like, he's like the little...
He's a little guy.
Yeah, he's a little
guy.
like, he's I'm here.
He,
Like
he is
little-
about
Wet-
to
wet
maybe be a
noodle?
part of the two biggest movies in the same month. Odyssey,
Yeah, him-
Spider-Man.
Well, him and
Zendaya, come on. She's the
Yeah,
lead.
sure, they're
Let's
both-
go.
And John Bernthal.
Yes.
Now they're going to have to overcome the fact it's only in the regular D. You know, it's not an IMAX.
No, and 4D, right?
Oh.
And D-Box, which I learned about. D-Box is the seats that sway and move. Those are the D-Box seats. You can't see Spider-Man in D-Box.
Raj, I'll say this with Tom. You mentioned Travis Scott. I didn't know was he in Saving Silverman? Because I watched that this week.
Okay.
Oh no, he's in the Odyssey. Got
Yes.
it. Got
Have
it.
you seen that one,
All right.
Chris? Have you seen that movie? Odyssey?
The Odyssey?
Yeah, did you see
Yeah,
that
I
one?
saw it last week. Did I tell you guys that I saw it?
No, I didn't know.
It's quick.
Haven't heard it yet.
It's a decent
Was it
movie.
good? Was it
Is it
good?
good?
It's a decent movie.
Did you like
Pretty
it?
good.
Do you guys think it breaks 60 mil this weekend?
Yeah, because a lot of these tickets are still already sold.
Yeah,
Don't we
they're
know?
extending the 70 millimeter IMAX into September because of the demand for it. Usually I would say no, because you have Spider-Man starting, and typically like one big movie like that sucks up all the oxygen, but this movie seems to be the exception to a lot of rules. But we will see.
I don't mind. I think you hate on Tom Holland too much. I don't know why you hate
He
him.
might be the next James Bond. There's
I'm
some
not
scuttle
hating
for
on it.
that.
I said he was great in the Odyssey.
He's gonna be our next.
He's a little guy.
He's gonna
your
be our
little
next.
guy.
Our next. Jesse Eisenberg. He's gonna be our next.
Oh, do not
Jesse
put that on Tom
Eisenberg.
Holland. He's
What?
way better than Jesse Eisenberg.
He's gonna be our next. You know.
Stop. What are you
Oh yeah.
doing?
There's a. We need like one of those
Stop.
guys. We need
He's
like
he's a billion-dollar franchise actor.
We need like an unassuming
Jesse
white guy.
Eisenberg.
He's a little Polly Pocket.
Yeah. We need an unassuming white guy. There you
Put
go.
him in your pocket and
Tobey
you can
Maguire,
go
yeah.
walk around. I
Yeah.
don't know.
If he gets
Tobey
cast
Maguire
as Bond,
did he
man.
make Seabiscuit before or after Spider-Man?
Seabiscuit was after Spider-Man.
Yeah, so don't tell me he's a multi-billion-dollar movie guy. He made Seabiscuit after Spider-Man, so you can
Well,
still
Tom
make
Holland
flops.
might go do like artsy films that Bleck likes next. Like that could be nice.
Yeah, it's possible. That is true.
Mm-hmm.
I thought he was good in the Odyssey. No hate. He's a little guy. No hate. You guys are being haters. You guys are the ones that are bringing hate into this show.
I am not. I said I like Tom
It's a
Holland.
feel-good football Friday.
No hate. No hate.
like
that
Tom
does it for
Holland.
fill in the blank Friday, fellas.
Thank
Hope
you,
you like my
Raj.
Chris Bleck inspired outfit.
That's
I'm so
that's
excited about it.
outstanding. Superman and wrestling all there.
Spider-Man.
Oh, it's Spider-Man. Yes, Spider-Man and wrestling. Listen, I'm just trying to get the wrestling right for Raj, with all the respect for SummerSlam this weekend. That's why I was trying to get
You
it
have no
right.
respect for SummerSlam this weekend.
Why? I just said I did.
No, you said with all due respect for SummerSlam, which means you have no respect for SummerSlam this weekend.
Bleck Abdalla, sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Save on commercial auto insurance from Progressive. Get a fast quote at progressivecommercial.com. The best clip in quote in college football, that individual, that head coach, he spoke yesterday. He took shots at the SEC. We will play that for you coming up next.
Jerry Jones is all in and open to trading for a player.
I'd give up future to add to where we are today.
Will the Cowboys trade for Raiders star Max Crosby? Westwood One Sports.
At the tone, the broadcast will begin in 4 minutes, 30 seconds. At the tone, the broadcast will begin in 4 minutes. At the tone, the broadcast will begin in 3 minutes and 30 seconds. At the tone, the broadcast will begin in 3 minutes. At the tone, the broadcast will begin in 2 minutes, 30 seconds. At the tone, the broadcast will begin in 2 minutes. At the tone, the broadcast will begin in 1 minute, 30 seconds. At the tone, the broadcast will begin in 1 minute. Stations, this is your final time check. At the tone, the broadcast will begin in 30 seconds.
This is Bleck and Abdalla on Westwood One Sports. Here's Chris Bleck and Adam Abdalla.
If you ever want to watch the show, Bleck and Abdalla, you can always check us out on YouTube. Like and subscribe to the page. Help us get to 1,000. You can be the one. Put us over the top. 1,000 subscribers on our YouTube channel, Bleck and Abdalla Show. The live stream's up each and every day. Live from Chicago, hanging out with you until 3 Eastern right here on Westwood One Sports. The city of Chicago is hosting a bunch of different events this week. Lollapalooza is taking place, big music festival for 4 days out in Grant Park. We also had the Big Ten Media Days taking place not too far away from Lollapalooza at the Hilton Hotel on Michigan Avenue, right down the street from where we're sitting.
Could you see the smoke?
Yeah. From Lollapalooza?
No, from Signetti.
Oh, no. Smoke them if you got them, right?
Yeah.
Indiana fans, the returning champions of college football. Indiana, the Hoosiers. College football. That's right. It's still weird to say. And I like pointing it out because it is notable that the school that was the second losingest program in college football history completely flipped it around with Curt Signetti and won a national championship last year. So Signetti spoke at Big Ten Media Days yesterday. He had this to say on the Big Ten.
The Big Ten is the best league in football, and a lot of really good football teams. It's hard to win on the road. Very physical football teams, very well coached. It definitely prepares you for the playoffs. There's no doubt about it. The numbers speak for themselves. I mean, we don't run a hype machine up here in the Midwest. We believe everything's earned, not given. And when we fall short, we say we fell short. We don't cry a river, whine, and complain. All right? And that's why we're the best.
All right, so there you go. Curt Signetti, a direct shot at the SEC. How about that, Abdalla? Sig going after the SEC, because that's what that was.
Oh, of course it was.
That is a shot at the SEC.
Yeah.
And all of the conversation that came out of SEC Media Days last week, and that we don't whine, we don't cry a river.
You should probably look at his own conference and USC canceling games with Notre Dame. But still, look at your own conference.
That's an unnecessary shot at USC.
It's true. Look at your own conference canceling games with opponents because they're scared. But that's fine. That's fine. He's not wrong. I've said it before, right here. I think this is the closest you're going to get to the next Nick Saban. I think Indiana has a very good shot, a great shot to win it all again. Even with all the guys that left, that graduated, Fernando Mendoza going on to the Raiders, Indiana has and it's because of the same mentality and the same, quote, process that Saban had when he was at Alabama. And the fact that Signetti now has the backing of strong recruiting, and he's said it before, he's always been the cocky, confident, whatever. He said it, Google him. All he does is win. And now that he has a strong NIL backing, now that he has a ring and can go out and get whoever he wants to play for him, I have no problem saying that this team can absolutely win the Big Ten again and win it all again and go back to back and have no problem doing this. And they're the champions. There's no reason why he can't call out the SEC and other conferences. But just also look at yourself in the mirror and maybe don't take shots because your conference is also canceling games left and right because they don't want to play other opponents because it's also hurting their strength, because it's hurting them getting into the playoff.
But he doesn't have to do, he's not doing that.
I understand that.
Okay.
But other schools are.
I don't think.
He said we as a conference. The conference is canceling games.
That's nice of him. USC hasn't done anything in the Big Ten to deserve to be in that conversation. I'm a USC fan. They've been bad.
Other schools are canceling games too.
I think if you're Indiana, Ohio State, Michigan, even if you want to puff out your chest a little as Penn State, Matt Campbell, and the fact that, they haven't won a championship, but they've been good against the SEC in recent years.
I got a bone to pick with Kyle Whittingham, too.
I think Signetti can say that he can walk the walk, he can talk the talk.
Of course he can.
And that's why he can say this stuff against the SEC.
Of course he can.
Up here in the Midwest, we believe everything's earned, not given. And when we fall short, we say we fell short. We don't cry a river, whine, and complain. All right? And that's why we're the best.
It's incredible. He's outstanding. The press conference continue with some questions.
Target is on your back now. What's been the message to these guys on the roster?
Target is on our back, but we bought a bigger gun.
Simple as that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it still surreal how quick this has all turned things around?
I mean, not really. We're used to winning. The staff that's been together, it's what we do.
It's what we do.
Yeah. That's what Cignetti does. That's why he's great.
Cignetti's great. This one, I mean, we got a bigger gun.
Target is on your back now. What's been the message to these guys on the roster?
Target is on our back, but we bought a bigger gun.
Simple as that?
Yeah.
Love it.
You should talk to some of the coaches in his conference.
Yeah, I mean,
Did you see what Kyle Whittingham said yesterday? New head coach of Michigan?
Yeah, I did.
On the Michigan-Ohio State rivalry, I just think that a rivalry can be intense and emotional without the hatred factor. I don't think there's any place for that personally.
Well,
that's who you hired?
Well, Whittingham has won.
Okay.
He's had a lot of success at Utah.
You don't want your new, after all the business that's gone on at Michigan, you don't want a guy that's going to come in that comes in like Cignetti and says, we're going to beat the living crap out of Ohio State every single year.
But also,
them finally getting one over us is never going to happen again.
Back off a little. I mean,
back off a little.
He's won. The only thing he has not done is accomplish winning a national title.
Okay.
He's made playoffs. Utah's been a strong program the entire time he was there. He's very good at coaching up the defensive line, offensive linemen, being able to grind teams.
There's nothing more Midwest than saying, I just want to play nice.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I mean, Cignetti laid it out there that in the Midwest
I'm
that
talking
you don't...
about Kyle Whittingham.
No,
I'm not talking about Cignetti.
Yeah, I don't. You're reading too much into the Whittingham. I don't think that's a problem.
I
mean, Whittingham also mentioned the other day on a podcast that that college football should turn itself into the feeder system for the NFL.
Yeah.
That it should be the minor leagues for the NFL, which it theoretically is, but there's not the direct association with teams in the NFL. But that's what it is. These players are now paid employees.
Of course they are.
Kids who are backups for non-quarterback positions are getting paid handsomely to be college football players.
And one of the teams with the biggest NIL fund in all of college football is Michigan.
Oh, of course. Yeah, no doubt. But that's what college football is now. College football is a sport where you have professionals playing a collegiate sport. That's what it is. While not being true employees, but they are getting paid to play for the university. So that's what it is. Yeah, I mean, I don't think Kyle Whittingham, I don't think it's that big of a deal.
Okay. If I was a Michigan fan, I would.
Okay.
I'd be, we're just going to play nice with Ohio State now. Yeah, get ready to get your ass kicked again this year.
Here in the Midwest, we believe everything's earned, not given. And when we fall short, we say we fell short. We don't cry a river, whine, and complain. All right? And that's why we're the best.
Curt Cignetti is the best quote in college football.
Target is on your back now. What's been the message to these guys on the roster?
Target is on our back, but we bought a bigger gun.
Simple as that?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Is it still surreal how quick this has all turned things around?
I mean, not really. We're used to winning. The staff that's been together, it's what we do.
It's true. Bleck Abdalla here on Westwood One Sports and the Westwood One Sports app. Is there too much hype around Caleb Williams and the Chicago Bears? Will Caleb be the most hated player in the NFL? We'll talk about that coming up next right here on Westwood One Sports.
This is Westwood One Sports.
At the tone, the broadcast will begin in 4 minutes, 30 seconds. At the tone, the broadcast will begin in 4 minutes. At the tone, the broadcast will begin in 3 minutes and 30 seconds. At the tone, the broadcast will begin in 3 minutes. At the tone, the broadcast will begin in 2 minutes, 30 seconds. At the tone, the broadcast will begin in 2 minutes. At the tone, the broadcast will begin in 1 minute, 30 seconds. At the tone, the broadcast will begin in 1 minute. Stations, this is your final time check. At the tone, the broadcast will begin in 30 seconds.
This is Bleck and Abdalla on Westwood One Sports. Here's Chris Bleck and Adam Abdalla.
That's right, Bleck Abdalla here on Westwood One Sports, the Westwood One Sports app, Sirius XM, channel 375, and all of our great radio affiliates around the country. I'm Chris Bleck, along with Adam Abdalla, hanging out with you on a Friday, live from Chicago until 3 Eastern. And then we'll hand it off to Jim Rome right here on Westwood One Sports. You can always call or text the show at 310-840-4910. Now, Abdalla, as we sit here in Chicago, we are supporting our favorite player for the Chicago Bears, and that's Caleb Williams. But we're realists. We understand what's going on, and we hope that he's going to be a better football player this upcoming season. There seems to be a lot of attention and hype around Caleb Williams and the Chicago Bears for this upcoming season. And there's a lot of attention not only with the video game, right? Madden 27, Caleb's on the cover. This entire offseason, it feels like the NFL has promoted Caleb Williams as the next guy. You know, last season, a lot of great players had great seasons. Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson. Like, there are some talented, high-level quarterbacks that deserve attention, right? But Caleb Williams seems to be the next guy in waiting behind Patrick Mahomes as the person that the league is pushing forward as the most exciting player in the NFL. And so with that comes along with backlash, right? Because it's easy to look at Caleb Williams and to suggest that he is being hyped up while also not accomplishing anything. The Bears didn't do anything last year. They didn't get to the NFC Championship game. They didn't win a Super Bowl. They didn't even get to the Super Bowl, right? They lost in the divisional round at home. Caleb Williams hasn't accomplished anything in his career. So, I understand why people push back. There's also the people that want to point to the completion percentage. There's people that want to point to thrown picks, which is not really a thing because if you look at the stats, Caleb is, I think the stat is, what was the stat at the end of last season? There's no quarterback in the history of football that's thrown as many passes as Caleb Williams with as few interceptions to start a career. So no one has thrown fewer interceptions to start a career with as many pass attempts as Caleb Williams.
Yeah.
They point to the sacks 2 years ago. He was sacked a bunch. Last season, he cut that number in half. So he has improved the biggest flaw in his game. So there's a lot that goes into it where people can say that Caleb Williams is not as good as the media hype is portraying him to be.
Mm-hmm.
I think he will become that player. That's the hope that I have for him here watching this team. But I do understand why those who are not following the Chicago Bears from the outside looking in, seeing this player, I understand why people take shots at Caleb Williams.
Yeah, I get it too. I mean, look, the whether you want to call it confidence or cockiness, I guess that kind of skews your fandom. Like, you can kind of tell whether you're a fan or not, whether you call it cockiness or confidence. Coming in as the number one overall pick and coming from USC and not really winning anything there besides an individual award, right? And coming into the NFL with all of that hype and really coming in and trying to be the savior of the Chicago Bears since the 85 Bears. The Bears haven't won anything. They've been to a Super Bowl, but they didn't win. The Broncos won that one. The Colts won that one with Peyton Manning. And then they haven't been.
You should be sorry.
I am sorry.
That was not right.
Yeah.
So you know why? You know why it wasn't right, and you should be sorry. You got Raj's hopes up.
Because I got Raj. Because I've been talking to Raj too much.
Because he heard Broncos, and he perked up, and he thought that you were going to hand a Super Bowl to the Broncos that was not deserved.
I'll take a 4-1.
I've been talking to Parts Unknown too much during the break.
You should be apologizing for that mistake.
Yeah. So
come on, man. Only 3 Super Bowls for me? Come on, we need 4.
If you go into the, remember the whole story over last summer about whether or not Caleb wanted to be here and all that business about he chose the Bears and his dad tried to get him out of here and all that kind of stuff.
Remember that hit piece from that Green Bay reporter?
Yeah.
Saying that Caleb Williams is a bad dude and that coaches don't like him and all this stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All this stuff has come, it has been around Caleb Williams.
What was that guy's name?
And so
that guy had a name.
What happens is this all piles on Caleb Williams, and he hasn't really done anything to warrant, I feel like, this backlash, right? Like, he didn't ask to be put on the cover of Madden. He didn't go to the NFL and say, hey, I deserve to be on Madden. No, he led the Bears to the most comebacks in NFL history in under 2 minutes, with the 2 minutes to go left in games, right? He was the most electrifying player in the NFL last season. Doesn't mean he was the best. Doesn't mean the Bears were the best. He was the most electrifying, the most fun to watch player in the NFL. That's why he's on the cover of Madden.
Yeah.
The Bears were and have always been, whether they're the worst team in the NFL or the best team in the NFL, they get the most amount of primetime games that are allotted by the NFL because they're the Chicago Bears. That just comes with the territory. That's just what the Chicago Bears are. So regardless of what Caleb Williams does, this attention was going to come with him, whether he wanted it or not. And so whatever he does, people are going to like him or people are going to hate him. You know, he enjoys what he enjoys in the off season. He likes going to, he likes going to fashion shows, and he likes going to concerts, and he likes hanging out in Chicago with Pete Crow Armstrong, the star for the Chicago Cubs, and Matas Buzelis. But I can't call him a star for the Bulls. He's a player. He's a basketball player.
He plays basketball.
He is a member of the Chicago Bulls.
Young player.
Player for the Chicago Bulls.
Yeah, not a star.
I can say star for the Cubs for PCA.
Oh, yeah, he's a star. Yeah. He's an MVP candidate.
Absolutely. So, this is who Caleb Williams is. And I think that he's just playing football and coming in. And if you talk to any member of the Bears or any member of the media of the Bears, he is a great guy to be around. He is a super hard worker and wants to win and does everything he can do to get better and to be better and to win.
That hit piece last year on Caleb, I think it was Tyler Dune. Is that correct? He's like a Packers reporter who had a long hit piece on Caleb Williams that kind of trashed all the go-tos that people who are negative towards Caleb Williams. The hit piece had all that stuff in it. It was like pointing out that he's arrogant, cocky, that he doesn't listen to coaches, all this stuff. Meanwhile, if you follow the NFL long enough, what you come to realize is that coaches who are fired and coaches who are on a staff that was fired usually have negative things to say about their previous experience at that team. So if you go to positional coaches or people that were disgruntled, even though they were a part of the problem, usually they will paint a negative picture. And that's why when the Jalen Hurts hit piece came up a month ago on ESPN, it's very obvious that the people that were talking to ESPN for the hit piece were the people who are no longer in the building, because it's very strange to see negative comments come out publicly about current players while everyone's still there in the facility.
Yeah.
And so it's pretty fun, I guess is the way I would say it, to try and draw the string to like who that could have been to say that about said guy.
Exactly.
Oh, the quarterback coach is gone. Oh, the offensive coordinator is gone. Oh, the season that we're talking about with Caleb Williams, he had what? I think it was 3 different offensive coordinators, because coordinators, coach, and then play callers kept being shuffled around or fired from that season.
They had a running backs coach as their head coach for a while. What are we doing?
So I think that's where it's easy to get a quick quote from someone who lost their job about a player because it didn't go your way.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you could say the same thing about the Jalen Hurts situation as the Caleb Williams situation. I think both mirror each other. So with that said, and laying that out there with Caleb Williams, the reason this came up today is because Liam Coen was on Jacksonville radio talking about his team. He was asked if he needs to motivate his team, because Jacksonville had a great season last season. Hosted a home playoff game. They lose to the Bills at the end of the game, but the regular season was really good, and Jacksonville is an improving team. I think they're going to be good this upcoming season as well. Liam Coen was asked, does he need to motivate his team so they don't regress in this upcoming season. This is what Liam Coen had to say.
You just scroll. I just go, pull up my phone, look at the NFL Network website, and just pop up here. And I'm just curious if I see any photos or anything about the Jacksonville Jaguars. I think I'll just scroll right on through.
Keep going, yeah.
I think I'll see 40 pictures of Caleb Williams, and I won't see a single thing about any of our players.
So there you go. Liam Coen taking a shot at Caleb Williams, right? 40.
Keep going, yeah.
I think I'll see 40 pictures of Caleb Williams.
40 pictures of Caleb Williams on NFL.com because obviously the NFL is promoting Caleb and the Bears for this upcoming season. And there are people around the league, I guarantee you, that find that annoying. And Liam Coen, even though he's joking around on a radio show, obviously it's something he's thought about. There's not 40 pictures of Trevor Lawrence on NFL.com. There's not 40 pictures of Travis Hunter on NFL.com. So I do understand. So that's Liam Coen. Ben Johnson this morning at Bears training camp was asked about the Liam Coen comments. This is what Ben Johnson, the reporters were talking about up at Hallis Hall.
With Caleb, I don't know if you saw this, but Liam Coen of the Jaguars said it's very easy to motivate his players because nobody ever talks about them. All he ever hears about is Caleb Williams. I'm curious what you think about another coach throwing his name out there and whether you're dealing with the opposite situation here of hammering to your guys not to believe the hype.
Well, we're the number one regression candidates, so I think we got plenty of motivation ourselves. We talked about Caleb in the past. He's used to handling a lot of attention, so I'm not worried about that.
So there you go. Ben Johnson giving a professional, business-like response. Not going to get in the back and forth with Liam Coen, but he is aware of the things that are being said. Ben Johnson hears and sees everything.
I got a couple things.
Yeah, what do you have?
For Liam
Okay.
Coen, Coach Coen?
Yeah, he's scrolling through on NFL.com, you know.
Well, look, I mean, listen, he's not wrong, right?
Keep going, yeah.
I think I'll see 40 pictures of Caleb Williams.
Okay, go ahead.
Look, he's not wrong. The NFL loves the Bears so much that they're sending them to Australia to open the season against the Rams, right? Aren't they?
No, they're not.
Okay, they're Sunday Night Football, aren't they?
No.
Monday Night Football?
Nope.
Oh, how are they opening the season?
I believe
on the road against Carolina at 1 Eastern. Okay. If Liam Coen they love the Bears.
What's your point,
They
sir?
love the Bears so much that we want to highlight Caleb Williams. Here's a 1:00 game against the Panthers.
Oh, you just took a shot at all of the Carolinas.
I'm just saying, like, it's not.
It's a playoff team.
It's not.
It's a playoff matchup from last season.
Cool.
What? What the hell's wrong with you?
Okay.
Get excited.
Can't wait.
The NFL, baby. Let's go.
I saw today that the
hell's wrong with you?
The single most bet game, 98% of the bets and 80% of the money. Bears minus 2.5.
And I'll tell you, if that's the way it holds, when we get to opening week and we're making picks here on the show, I will heavily be gambling with Carolina plus the points.
80% of the money, though. That means the sharps are also on
Carolina.
Bears. Or no, on the Bears. 80% of the money's
Oh.
on the Bears.
So that's it's 2.5 right now?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think Carolina, sneaky.
Okay.
Give me, if it gets to a field goal, I'll take the Panthers at home.
Yeah, it's got to get there first. Second of all, I think Liam Cohen's just on the wrong websites. Because if he were to
which
go...
websites would you like him to travel to?
Well, because he's looking for information about his players. We read an article yesterday from The Athletic where Liam Coen was talked about very glowingly as one of the top 5 play callers in the NFL, I believe, or top 6. I believe he might have been number 6, number 4, 6, something like that. He was one of the best he was number 6. He was right. I think he was number 5, right in front of Andy Reid.
Yes, he was.
He was a top 5 play caller in the NFL, right?
Who was 4?
LaFleur.
Yeah, there you go.
From Green Bay.
Hey, see, there you go.
And if he wants them to hear, if he wants to read things about his players, in that article, they said that one of his players was actually holding him back.
Oh.
He said that their quarterback, Trevor Lawrence, was holding back Liam Coen.
Yeah.
So maybe he could read about his players. Maybe he should read about his players because it said that they're holding him back. And this isn't the first time that Liam Cohen's been a little petty about stuff being said about them or not said about him, because he went after Robert Saleh after that 49ers game when Robert Saleh wasn't the coach of the Titans. He was still on the 49ers staff, on the defensive staff.
Sure.
And he went after him after the game and told him to keep their name out of his mouth. So Cohen's a little petty.
Yes, he
You would think your head coach would
he
be...
does seem a little petty.
You would
You're
think
right.
your head coach would not be scrolling NFL.com. But
Well, he's making a joke. He's on a radio
About
show
the
making.
Jacksonville Jaguars. I think I'll just scroll right on through.
keep going, yeah.
I think I'll see 40 pictures of Caleb Williams, and I won't see a single thing about any of our players.
Right, like he wasn't addressing the media. And he said, hey, I've got thoughts. There's too many pictures of Caleb Williams on NFL.com. I want to air my grievance with the NFL right here. That's not how he's making a joke on a radio show.
I think I'll just scroll
he knows
right
it's
on
going to get
through.
picked up. Whatever you say is going to get...
I don't know.
Whatever you say is going to get picked up everywhere.
I just think I understand why people may look at Caleb and the Bears and be like, oh, good luck this season. You got all the hype. You know what it feels like? Honestly, it feels like how I have always felt about seeing the conversation nationally about the Dallas Cowboys each offseason. People are promoting the Cowboys left and right. Here we go. The Cowboys are the best team. Look at that. Here they come. And then the season starts and they suck.
Okay.
For like every year of the last 15 years. It's the same story. So I understand if fans look at the attention that Caleb and the Bears got last season and they say, all right, good luck. See if you can repeat that.
He's not a fan. He's the head coach of a 13-win football team.
Yeah, but he's just making a joke.
It's not being taken as a joke by the head coach of the Chicago Bears.
Well, that's because all-time business guy, Ben Johnson, doesn't have room for joking around or the back and forth.
Whether you're dealing with the opposite situation here of hammering to your guys not to believe the hype.
Well, we're the number one regression candidates, so I think we got plenty of motivation ourselves. We talked about Caleb in the past. He's used to handling a lot of attention, so I'm not worried about that.
It's Bleck Abdalla here on Westwood One Sports and the Westwood One Sports app. We have the summer of football coming up, Abdalla. We are counting down the days to the start of the season. I'm going to tell you this right now. Today's topic for the summer of football, it's fun. It's a very special edition of the summer of football today. It's a very special edition of the summer of football. It's fun.
Okay.
It's good. You and Raj think that all of my wacky fun ideas for the summer of football are terrible.
No,
I think you guys are going to have fun with this. I think this is something you'll enjoy.
Okay.
Do you disagree with this assessment?
I don't know.
Gross
We'll see.
over-exaggeration.
We'll find out.
Gross over-exaggeration.
Yeah.
All right.
I remember the last time you told us we'd have fun, and you could have driven a truck through the silence.
Was that at day
that we
55
gave you.
or day 42? I can't remember.
It was day like 47.
It was day 47.
Something?
47.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, it was
You
like...
guys didn't like my topic of football moments in movies?
Yeah, it was football moments in movies.
You guys didn't enjoy
Not
that?
football movies.
No. It was football moments in non-football movies.
Yeah.
But then Bleck broke that own rule, the one he set up during the segment, because he picked a football movie.
Football moments in movies. Well, yeah, but I was celebrating a great moment off the field.
Yeah, you inverted
yes,
it. You celebrated a non-football moment in a football movie in a list that you said was great football moments in non-football movies.
Well, Raj, it's a great team building moment when the Varsity Blues guys are together and they run into their teacher.
It was enlightening.
It's a team building experience.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Can't wait for this one.
All right, that's coming up next.
Bucs QB Baker Mayfield doesn't have a new contract, and D lineman Vita Vea requested a trade. Will the Bucs stars be jumping ship? Westwood One Sports.
At the tone, the broadcast will begin in 4 minutes, 30 seconds. At the tone, the broadcast will begin in 4 minutes. At the tone, the broadcast will begin in 3 minutes and 30 seconds. At the tone, the broadcast will begin in 3 minutes. At the tone, the broadcast will begin in 2 minutes, 30 seconds. At the tone, the broadcast will begin in 2 minutes. At the tone, the broadcast will begin in 1 minute, 30 seconds. At the tone, the broadcast will begin in 1 minute. Stations, this is your final time check. At the tone, the broadcast will begin in 30 seconds.
Bleck and Abdalla on Westwood One Sports. Here's Chris Bleck and Adam Abdalla.
You can always watch the show on YouTube, Bleck and Abdalla Show, every day. Like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. We're almost there, Abdalla. We're going to get to 1,000. Here we go. Help us out. You can be the one. Like and subscribe to our YouTube channel, Bleck and Abdalla Show, each and every day here throughout the summer as we hang out with you on Westwood One Sports. We love talking football, and that's why we bring to you a segment each and every day called the Summer of Football.
I proclaim this the Summer of
Football!
What the hell's going on out here? We're going to be here all day, baby. I like this kind of party. Only Brett Favre could do that. I don't care what you say.
I'm just here so I won't get fined.
Just keep matriculating the ball down the field, boys. We need a National Guard. We need as many men as you can spare because we are killing the Patriots.
The Summer of Football with Bleck and Abdalla.
I throw, you catch. It's not that hard, okay?
Westwood One Sports, your home for the NFL. All the primetime games, the playoffs, the Super Bowl. And listen to it right here on Westwood One Sports. We are now 40 days away from the start of the NFL season.
Ooh, baby.
40 days away from the start of the NFL season.
Chris, I ask you, what are you giving up for football Lent?
I am giving up watching baseball.
No.
Oh, I'm sorry.
This is the stretch run.
I'm sorry. I'll continue to watch. I'll watch the baseball.
Coming up. Come on.
Here's what I'm giving up for football Lent. 40 days left. Here's what I'm giving. I'm not going to watch SummerSlam this weekend.
Oh, you're not
just for you and Raj.
See, that's always lame. The people that give up something they don't already know. I'm gonna give up dessert. Yeah. How often are you eating ice cream, buddy?
Every night. Why not? I don't know if people know this about Abdalla, but he's a big banana split guy.
Yeah. Oh, you know me.
Every night he gets a banana
hammocks
split.
and splits.
Yes. He's a big banana split guy. So every night he gets the banana split. He gets with the little pineapple sauce on there as well.
Yeah.
All right, for today's
making those.
For today, Abdalla used to work at Dairy Queen.
I used to work at a Dairy Queen.
So
yeah,
he's well aware of how to make the banana split.
Yeah, I do know how to make a banana split. Yeah.
Today's Summer of Football topic. I think this is fun. It's a Football Friday. Let's get weird with it.
I'll be the judge of that.
Favorite NFL uniforms. Helmets included, the full kit.
All time?
No, not all time. Now. Right now in the NFL today.
Like ones that are currently being worn.
Yes.
Okay.
NFL uniforms.
Okay.
Favorite NFL uniforms right now. Standards.
Okay.
No throwbacks.
No.
What do you mean?
No.
Standards.
If it's currently being worn, I get to use it.
What do you mean? Let's do standards.
No, if someone's wearing it, I get to use it.
No,
if it's in the rotation on a regular basis, I get to use it.
Throwbacks are a cheat code because all the throwbacks are usually good.
That's false. Have you seen the Packers throwbacks? They're disgusting. Okay. They're garbage. They're puke.
All right. The Green Bay ones are bad. Yes.
Have you seen the Buccaneers ones? They're garbage. They're disgusting. They're puke. I don't like them.
You can leave right now.
I don't like them.
What are you talking?
I don't like
creamsicles?
them. I don't like them.
Those are great.
The only thing good about them is the helmet.
No, they're great.
No. The only thing good about them is the helmet.
The Bucks, the Broncos, the
Steelers
Dolphins
can get out. Those ones with the stripes.
Yeah, the Bumblebee ones. Yeah. Those aren't cool. But most teams' throwbacks are pretty great.
Some of them are good.
All right, so Raj, what do you think? Is Abdalla allowed to use throwbacks in this?
I think I put it this way. I would include it if it's a throwback they're currently wearing, because that's almost like kind of part of the thing now. Like nowadays, these teams are wearing throwbacks like 3-4 times a year.
They wear it
very regular.
I have one.
Okay.
I have one.
I think it's cheating.
That they wear like 3 times a year.
Okay,
it's not like he picked some one-off uniform they wore in like 1970. Like if you're picking something that they're literally wearing today, that you could walk over, you can go on Fanatics and buy the uniform they're wearing right now. I think that's fair.
Correct.
See, Raj, you just spoiled day 39 on our Summer of Football. Best uniforms from 1979.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Geez.
All right, here's my list, right? Here we go. I've got 5 for you. Here's my list. Favorite uniforms in the NFL. I'm going to go 5, the San Francisco 49ers. Classics. I love those uniforms.
Okay.
I'm going to go number 4, the LA Chargers.
Okay.
I've always thought the Chargers look, no matter if you want to go with the dark blue or the light blue that they have now, the throwback, everything the Chargers have always done.
You're just saying teams. Okay.
What do you think this is?
I have a specific look.
He's got a look.
I have specific uniform combinations.
Oh, okay.
I went specific. I didn't know we were just naming Bears, Browns, Broncos.
Well, in my head, I'm okay. I can clarify.
What are we doing here?
I can tell you the 49ers. The 49ers home unis.
Okay, there you go.
Doing? What's going on?
The home unis, the Reds.
Okay, there you go.
For the 49ers.
Okay.
What are we doing? What's going on?
The Chargers, I'll go with the Blues.
Okay.
Okay.
All blue or like white pants? How are we
Sure, let's go
combination
white pants with
Okay.
the blue tops.
All right, there you
Okay.
go.
The white helmet.
Perfect.
What are we doing? What's going on?
Okay, number 3. I didn't know I had to clarify the combinations of jerseys.
Well,
Jeez.
sometimes they're bad
All right,
combinations.
49ers, Chargers. Number 3, the home look for the Kansas City Chiefs.
Quality jersey.
That's a solid look.
Quality
That
look.
is. And usually, red and yellow doesn't really mix together great. Mustard and ketchup, right? Like, it's not really the idea, but I think it looked with the
Some
white.
say that's a
on there,
classic combination.
It's a great combo for the Kansas City Chiefs.
Okay.
Number 2, I will go with the home uniforms, the black unis for the Cincinnati Bengals.
Okay.
The Bengals with that helmet, the classic helmet for the Bengals, to me is one of the best in the NFL.
Yep.
And by far,
I know the number one.
the number 1 uniform combination
It's my
for
number
me.
one.
Is it really? You think we have the same number
I bet
1?
you we have the same number one. If you wait, I bet you we have the same number one.
Raj, how do you think we should play this? You want to wait?
Why don't
or
you
do
have
want now?
Abdalla do up to 1, and then you guys
Okay.
go. Go ahead,
All right.
Abdalla.
All right.
What's your 5?
All right. Number 5, the Atlanta Falcons All Blacks. Black
Oh.
pants, black tops.
Interesting.
Love those.
Okay.
Love
All right.
those.
Old helmet, new helmet?
Black helmet. With the
New
black,
logo, old logo?
Old logo.
Old logo.
Old
okay.
logo.
All right.
Eagles Kelly Green. This was the throwback.
It's on mine.
Eagles Kelly Green. They wear it like 4 times a year.
I agree. It's a sick uni.
And they wear it
I'm
like
with
4
you.
times a year. It's in
good.
the rotation.
I'm with you. It's
All
good.
right. Dallas home whites.
Oh, the
silver
Dallas
helmet.
Whites. Yeah, those are good.
The star pops, man.
Yeah, it does. It's good.
Chargers powder blue white pants.
Okay. All right.
Okay. And our number 1.
Raj, do you want to give your? You
Yeah,
got 4,
yeah.
and then
You
wait
got
for the
4?
number
Yeah,
1.
yeah, I'll go.
Well, his
okay.
is all going to be the Broncos home, and then
No.
it's going to be Broncos away, and then it's going to be Broncos throwback, and then it's
No.
going to be.
I was unbiased. I was biased. There is one Bronco combo on mine. All right, I have for number 5 the all whiteout Bengals. I think the all white
that's
thing
sick.
is getting
Those are cool.
overdone, but they were the first one I can remember, and it fits with the whole white Bengal tiger thing.
Yep.
All right, so I'm
Yeah.
going to go with them.
That's good.
My number 4 is one that Abdalla had, and that is the Eagles Kelly Green. Love
you.
that was
Very
funny
good.
enough. We talked about Madden a lot today. That was the cover last year. Was the
Yeah.
Saquon leap in the Kelly Green. All right, my number 3 is, and for some reason, Abdalla blasphemously took a shot at. It's a great uniform. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers creamsicles.
I
know,
just
it's
don't like.
so
I
good.
like the helmet. I
It's
like
so
the
good.
logo. So the logo's
It's so
awesome.
good.
I just don't like that.
No,
I just don't like
The
it.
creamsicles are great.
I just don't like it.
I like them. I like them a lot. All right. And then for my number 2, I have, I guess we would call it the 90s era Buffalo Bills throwbacks.
Those
The
are
ones
good.
that they brought back
Those are
last year
solid.
with the red helmet and the
red,
blue.
yeah.
Seeing Josh Allen in that was cool. Because I'm like,
Yeah.
I kind of felt like I was seeing Josh Allen wear what Jim Kelly used to wear. So that's
the
my
only
number
reason
2.
Haley Steinfeld said yes.
Okay.
What?
Easy.
All right. So now we have our number 1s.
All right.
Okay. How do you want to do this?
I
1,
mean,
2,
just-
3, shoot.
Yeah, 1.
Are we
2.
saying? Hold on.
On shoot.
Hold on. Everyone hold.
Hold on.
Everyone
Hold
hold.
your horses.
Everyone hold. Are we saying the city and then the name, or are we just saying name?
Just the name.
Just
the name.
Yeah, just the name.
Just name. Raj, do you think that you're going to be on cadence with us? Do you think
No,
you?
because he already
you know?
gave it away because he already said
No,
he had
because
one
I already gave mine
Broncos,
away.
so-
I know I'm not.
He said he
okay,
had one
guys.
Broncos
All right.
and he hasn't
So-
said the
yeah.
Broncos
So,
yet.
so Raj, you go first. Is it the throwback Broncos with
The
the, big
throwback
D
Broncos.
on the helmet?
Yeah, with the
Hey,
big
yo.
D and the orange.
Big D.
Yeah,
The
big
Broncos.
D.
That's a great logo with the big D on the helmet.
That's my number 1, which is
That's a
funny because
great
as soon
one.
as they changed that when I was a kid, they won 2 Super Bowls, and I fell in love
Yes.
with
That's
fair.
the new
That's fair.
look. But I just like it is a cool logo, and it's a cool throwback.
it's
So
a
every time
very,
they wear
very
it,
cool
it's
logo.
awesome. So that's my
I
number
agree.
1.
So,
All right.
for those of you that are new to the program, Chris and I have known each other since high school. We've been working on a show together. We've been doing the show for over 20 years.
Yes.
Okay?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, go, right?
3, 2, 1, go.
Ready?
And then we'll say the
Just the name of the
nickname.
team.
Okay.
Just the name of the team. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, Raiders.
Yeah.
Raiders.
The black Raider unis.
Silver bottoms.
The Raiders have the best uniforms.
It's the Raiders. Yeah,
the Raiders. The best helmet, the best uniform.
Yeah, it's the Raiders. It's by far the Raiders.
Congratulations, Vegas. Congratulations.
You've done it again.
I did. What a win for the Raiders. I mean, what a summer of football. See, I told you guys you would like
That was
it.
a fun one. Good job, Black.
Right.
Good job.
And also, like, here's the thing. It's like a part of it is because it's never changed. That's why it's great. The Raiders uni.
Yeah.
And then, like, that's what works.
Yeah.
And, like, Raj, you have to see it all the time being a Broncos fan, too.
It's a good look. And they're very consistent. And they don't really do alternates or anything like that. Like, that's just the look we're used to seeing. Hey, real quick, off the top of your head, I'm going to challenge you guys. Worst uniform. Is there one that stands out to you that just like, God, that's awful? Okay. Maybe it's a throwback one?
Yeah, it's the one that the Packers. It's the
that
throwback
Packers
one.
Oh yeah, the Acme Packers.
The one where they make the helmet look like it's leather.
Yeah,
the
Steelers throwback one is pretty bad.
The Steelers one is
Bumblebee
bad.
one.
And then I was scrolling through SI has one of they're ranking all the ones that have come out, like the new ones.
Yeah.
That have come out, and I think Tampa is wearing one this year that is just god awful. Like the
Jags have pumped out some pretty ugly uniforms through the years.
Yeah, the Jags when they had the multicolored helmet, that wasn't a great look.
I didn't hate that. I thought it was kind of
different. To me, you know what really bothers me, which is such a shame, is I don't know if other people feel this way, but Miami used to have the best uniforms. The old Dolphin logo.
The Dan Marino old look.
The Marino era unis that the Dolphins had were great. This new minimalist style,
look at this Cardinals. So it was the Cardinals. Look at this Cardinals one that they're putting out for the rivalries one.
Yeah.
It's like this speckled.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Thing. It's like
tan, a tan speckled. Yeah.
I kind of get that they go over the top with the rivalries thing because they're only going to wear it one time and it's done, and they're trying to sell stuff and make it look different.
I ain't buying that.
Doll's not buying it. All right, there you go. There it is.
There you
Summer
go.
football, 40 days away from
That was
the
a good
start
one, Chris.
of the NFL season. All right, see, there we go. On a
job,
football
man.
Friday. Okay.
Go treat
all right,
yourself to
good.
the Odyssey this weekend,
Yes,
buddy.
all right, I'll go. Sit by myself in the theater. Regular D. Yes. Now it's time for a quick look around baseball presented by NHTSA. When you speed, you have less time to react. Follow the speed limit. Keep other road users safe. Speeding catches up with you. Paid for by NHTSA.
Ohtani did not play last night due to the knee soreness that's kept him off the mound, and now it's keeping him out of the lineup. But they expect him back in the lineup against the Red Sox later today. Speaking of Ohtani, making other people rich and not just his interpreter. A fan in Florida. What? It was right there. A fan. Come on, it was right there.
You're of all places.
A fan in Florida pulled a one-of-one autograph Ohtani baseball card from a box at his local store and sold it to a collector for $11 million.
Are you serious?
$11 million.
God.
Yeah.
That's insane.
A baseball card worth, can you imagine finding a one-of-one for $11 million?
That is insane. That's crazy. So there you go. There's our quick look around. But yeah, not good news for Shohei Ohtani.
No.
And we were talking about it earlier in this week. I'm guessing he's probably not going to pitch for the rest of the regular season and maybe in the playoffs at some point. But the fact that now they're resting him from playing altogether, which isn't great. And we'll see if Skubal gets traded here over the weekend and whether or not the Dodgers are the ones that end up making the play. I'm seeing today there's stuff online, rumors that the Brewers are sniffing around.
The Brewers are willing to absorb a lot of his contract right now, so that might help them in the push to get him because they have a decent farm system too, and the Dodgers always have a great farm system. So it's going to come down, I think, to the last minute on Monday when the trade deadline gets here.
There you go. A quick look around baseball presented by NHTSA. When you speed, you have less time to react. Follow the speed limit. Keep other road users safe. Speeding catches up with you. Paid for by NHTSA. I did see this. I wanted to get Raj's opinion on this. Did you see this story? You know, Raj broadcasts from parts unknown in Colorado each and every day. hanging out with Bleck and Abdalla. Make sure you like and subscribe to the YouTube channel, Bleck and Abdalla Show. You can see Raj. He's in parts unknown, Colorado, broadcasting on the YouTube stream. Have you seen the story, Abdalla, that people in Colorado, there's a drought in Colorado, right? So people are told to not water their lawn. And people are using drones to then spy on their neighbors and to rat out their neighbors for using too much water throughout the week to water their lawns. Raj, are you aware of this story?
This is real stuff, man. This happens like in my neighborhood. I've seen the drones. I have seen ladies walking around like eyeing it. I mean, I'm
Taking
in a
notes?
precarious position. My backyard, it's like at the bottom of a hill and there's a walking path above it. So if I were to violate, it would be very easy. I do not violate. It is a very big deal here. Like they make sure to know, these are the hours you can water, this many days. I have seen people walking on the path with a clipboard tracking how many days a week that you are watering. I cannot understate enough how this is not a niche thing. Anybody who lives here in parts unknown knows exactly what you're talking about.
That's insane.
And Raj, what's the penalty to watering too much? You're just
you can get, a
screwing
ticket.
the rest of us?
You can get
a ticket.
Right?
Mm-hmm. You get fined.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So you get a fine. All right. So I saw the story and I was like, man, I wonder if Raj knows about this because people are using drones.
Raj knows.
To go over the fence to see what their neighbors are doing with the drone camera.
It
was hilarious.
It is real here. It's a dry heat out here, fellas, and if you don't water, that grass dies. And so people like to water a lot, and that's why we now have rations.
Yeah, and there's also probably people who don't mind letting others know that I have a very lush green grass growing in my yard.
Oh my God!
I'll just pay the fine.
Oh yeah, I'm sure there's some pretty wealthy people in Denver that are just like, nope, don't care. I'll pay the fine. I want my grass wet. I want my grass.
They're done city to city usually. They're usually set by the utility companies. So those I think you're speaking of, guys, are probably in areas where there's more of an understanding than the Hemmeneggers here in normal areas here. They're trying to follow the protocols.
Yes,
here in parts unknown.
Over the offseason, there was a storyline in Cleveland about Todd Monken, head coach, possibly having a conversation with Shedeur Sanders' father, Deion Sanders.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Todd Monken had that conversation. He updated reporters on this. We'll hear from Monken coming up next.
Westwood One. We love sports. We love to laugh. We love hearing from you. Talking sports with you, not at you. This is Westwood One Sports.
At the tone, the broadcast will begin in 4 minutes, 30 seconds. At the tone, the broadcast will begin in 4 minutes. At the tone, the broadcast will begin in 3 minutes and 30 seconds. At the tone, the broadcast will begin in 3 minutes. At the tone, the broadcast will begin in 2 minutes, 30 seconds. At the tone, the broadcast will begin in 2 minutes. At the tone, the broadcast will begin in 1 minute, 30 seconds. At the tone, the broadcast will begin in 1 minute. Stations, this is your final time check. At the tone, the broadcast will begin in 30 seconds.
This is Bleck and Abdalla on Westwood One Sports. Here's Chris Bleck and Adam Abdalla.
Like and subscribe to our YouTube channel, Bleck and Abdalla Show. Go right now. Be the one to like and subscribe to our channel, Bleck and Abdalla Show, right there on YouTube. You can watch the show live each and every day. Also, you can download the podcast on Apple and on Spotify. Thank you to Raj and Roy for producing today's show. Jim Rome coming up in 12 minutes right here on Westwood One Sports. Live from Browns camp, Todd Monken yesterday talked about meeting with Deion Sanders during the offseason.
That was really cool. I mean, that was a Deion Sanders. You kidding me? Forget that it's Shadour's dad. I mean, first of all, he did an unbelievable job with Shadour. Great kid. And obviously an elite football player, hell baseball player, and then as a coach, I mean, wow, everything that he's achieved, that was awesome. We just started telling stories, and then we really didn't get almost any football. We got into NIL and Jackson State and Colorado, and you know, we almost drafted him in Baltimore, and that crazy scenario, and what a great job Shadour's done this since I've been here in terms of his development. And so it was good. It was part coach, part father, which is what it should be.
All right, so Todd Monken, not quite the controversy that I think it was. It's just a little strange that, like, Deion wanted to talk to Coach about his son. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
like Monken downplayed it, but when the story hit, when Dion said that I'm going to go talk to coach about my son, it's like, all right. I mean, this is the pros. Like, what do you mean? Like, this is stuff you hear about little league parents or high school parents doing. Like, I'm going to go talk to coach because my son's not getting playing time.
I don't know. I think we'll see the same thing when Arch is drafted. I think we'll see one of the Mannings go to whatever team he's drafted to, and
yeah, but it's not their kid.
Still, he's a
Their
Manning.
nephew.
He's a Manning. You don't think that
Yeah,
Peyton
but-
talks to Arch about football?
No, I'm sure, but like,
You don't think that he's coached him up?
I think with the controversy with Dion saying that he was going to go talk to the coach about his son, I think it was more of like the parent, the helicopter parent nature of it is what was strange when that story came around.
Yep.
So, I mean, and Todd Monken, that's our guy.
Yeah.
And he's got a fantastic quarterback battle going on in his camp.
So I was just trying to get a sweet haircut.
Yeah, so there you go. There's the latest from Brown's camp. It's Bleck Abdalla here on Westwood One Sports and the Westwood One Sports app. You can always text and call the show at 310-840-4910. Abdalla, do you have any good text messages over there that we can
so
check out?
someone
Yes.
from the 401 has been
shout out.
texting us up a storm about the battle between Kyler Murray and J.J. McCarthy.
Okay.
And so we gave an update on the Browns. I'd like to give you an update on J.J. McCarthy versus Kyler Murray. This is from ESPN Vikings reporter Kevin Seifert. He said, perhaps the biggest takeaway Thursday, from the competition between quarterbacks Kyler Murray and J.J. McCarthy is that Murray is more often pushing the ball downfield. He threw an accurate floater about 45 yards downfield to receiver Dante Fleming, as well as a deep corner to receiver Justin Jefferson. He also missed tight end TJ Hawkinson down the right sideline. He is more than often pushing the ball downfield.
Okay.
Seems like that's going in Kyler Murray's favor. Now, the 401 person would has wrote us bit of an essay here.
Oh, an essay.
A bit of an essay here.
On text?
A bit of an essay here on text.
We are going to write an essay.
Yeah.
And when I say essay, I mean essay.
This is what it says.
Okay, all
this
right.
is all about J.J. McCarthy.
Okay, an essay. You have time to read an essay?
We'll
2
see.
minutes?
I'll try to get it in
Okay.
before Rome here, phrasing.
All right, easy.
I'll have to say you guys are really surprising me as to how clueless you both are as the talents of J.J. McCarthy. This guy has the second fastest arm strength ever recorded at an NFL combine.
Oh, dear
61
Lord.
miles per hour, second only in history to Josh Allen.
What?
Fifth fastest time in the agility cone drill at the 2024 combine, not just for quarterbacks, but for all competitors. Timed at 4.47 in the 40 at the University of Michigan, one of the fastest times ever for I can't even read that part. Illinois high school.
For a Wolverine.
Nope, that's not what he said. For a quarterback in the NFL, if you catch my drift.
Yeah.
Illinois high school state championship. Then he went to the prestigious IMG Academy in Bradenton, Florida, and takes that team to the national championship. Then he takes Michigan to the national championship at age 20, where he barely passed. And I added that part. And finishes his last 2 years at Michigan with a record of 28-1 against high-level competition.
High level.
J.J. McCarthy wins championships at all levels, and that will include the NFL because he is going to win multiple Super Bowls, whether it's with the Vikings, who are probably too stupid to realize this, or with another team.
Does the texter know that J.J. McCarthy's played in the NFL? Why are you quoting combine stats? The dude's played. Like,
Yeah,
what are we
because
doing here?
I will
We've
say that-
seen him.
You realize that, like, the quarterbacks that don't have anything to prove don't do anything at the combine, right?
Yes, that too. My point is this isn't a rookie. We're not having a debate about Carson Beck where we have to go back to combine conversation. J.J. McCarthy's played in the NFL.
Chad in California chimes in. Pretty sure the guy from the 401 is J.J. McCarthy.
Well, full disclosure, his dad used to listen to our show on the old station.
Yes, he did.
He did. So maybe it is. Maybe there's a relation. There you go. Jim Rome and the Jim Rome Show's coming up next.
This is Westwood One Sports.